Your body tells me everything I need to know. Talk Caribbean, boy, you got me feeling low. Intelligence out of this world. Alpha male, boy, I can tell how you handle yourself. Doing it very well. I have a little flame for you. Would you put me out if I told you the truth? Knowing that another woman have your heart. God made you a work of art. I see the blaze in your eyes. Your body tells me everything I need to know. Talk Caribbean, boy, you got me feeling low. Intelligence out of this world. Alpha male, boy, I can tell how you handle yourself. Doing it very well. I have a little flame for you. Would you put me out if I told you the truth? Knowing that another woman have your heart. God made you a work of art. I see the blaze in your eyes. You should be mine, no lie. I'm in love with the way you sound, your voice. I imagine you in my ear feeling moist. I'm doing my best to fix my face, making sure that my heart won't race. Sliding my hands on yours, make me want you more. I have a little flame for you. Would you put me out if I told you the truth? Knowing that another woman have your heart. God made you a work of art. I see the blaze in your eyes. You should be mine, no lie. If you wasn't with her, would you take a chance with me? This might sound crazy, but I feel like we're meant to be. No, I'm not obsessed, but I'm so infatuated by you. Damn, I wish you could hold me like you held her too. I have a little flame for you. Would you put me out if I told you the truth? Knowing that another woman have your heart. God made you a work of art. I see the blaze in your eyes. You should be mine, no lie. I have a little flame for you. Would you put me out if I told you the truth? Knowing that another woman have your heart. God made you a work of art. I see the blaze in your eyes. You should be mine, no lie. You're so sexy. I really wish I could have you to myself. You are so lucky to have her in your life. Because if it was up to me, on the real, you would be mine.
Ain't it
Woo!
sexy, girl? Grown and sexy?
Woo! That
Yeah.
song. Woo! That shit set everything off.
I love it. I love it.
Yes, that's one of my favorite songs from you. I was like, yes, she bring the classic 90s back to this motherfucking shit. Hell yeah. Now
I
that
appreciate you so much.
you know I adore you. Shout out to everybody that's just tuned in. Thank you for coming to Voices of an Artist. I'm the host, Bossie Vee. As an artist, we got us today the most. This is my little diva. I call her my little diva because she's done a lot. I think she's been doing this for since 2017, correct?
I mean, professionally, 2016, yes.
Yeah, I've been watching you. Well, I'm super proud of you. How much you grew, the growth. You can tell the growth in everything you've been doing. The pushing. Her name is Eimaj. Get in tune with her, and her IG is on there. Her manager IG is on there too. If you need to contact him for her when it comes to her music, because she's about her business. So
I
now you
am, y'all.
step up the game because she ain't on that bullshit. So tell us, who is Eimaj?
Eimaj is an artist from Brooklyn, New York. I've been doing this for professionally 6 years now, but I've been singing since I was between 11 and 12. My inspiration, Aliyah, because we both look up to her. So that's how we connected as well. She really did it for me. That third album, that third and last album she created, her masterpiece, really opened my eyes to my destiny of who I wanted to be. And I wanted to make sure as I was growing up, how do I develop my sound, my style? And, sometimes I have hot mess moments and, I had to go through life to, figure out things, and then like when I felt like I set myself to where I needed to be, it was like, okay, let me gradually work on it from there, even better, if that makes sense. So if it wasn't for Aliyah, there wouldn't be a me.
That's what's up. So, what made you come up with that name, Eimaj? Tell us a little of something about that, because it's a really beautiful name, and I really like it. It's very simple, and I like that because your perfection in your music, it's not just simple; it's more than simple. So, how did that come about?
Thank you for the compliment of my name. Basically, Jamie is Jamie backwards. It's my middle name. And the meaning for it that I made up was endearing, intelligent, moody, amusing, and jovial. So those words represent my personality and who I am. And I'm just proud of um like how far I came just in general. But we'll get more into that. But yes, that's how I got my name.
No, I like how you did that. I think I need to start learning to describe my name in terms like that. I can't do it backwards, but oh my god,
Hi, baby. Hi. I love you.
we love you.
I love you too. I love those girls. I swear I love those girls.
That's my husband. He crazy.
Anonymous.
What's happening?
What's going on? You got me feeling somebody. I love you, I swear.
Oh my god, he crazy. He had to come out here just to tell you that.
Now we got to hang. That's another
Yes,
conversation. We got
yes,
to hang.
yes. So, further into your music, what's the first that got you into music officially besides Aaliyah? And what was like the inspiration to want you to be in this situation, because it's a lit situation because you be doing your thing, girl. And how did that come about?
Like my well, for starters, my other inspirations besides Aaliyah is also Beyonce, Brandy, Khalees, Mary J. Blige, Nicki Minaj is the reason why I started rapping. Sade and Toni Braxton. Those women are very powerful in what they do and how influential. I just can't express how influential they are. They really made a stamp for other women to to make a way for themselves. I really, really respect that. And that's why when I wanted to be in the industry, I wanted to showcase that, for my generation, I want to pave the way for others after me to feel like, empowered when they see me on stage doing what I do and breaking barriers and all that good shit. And to make sure, I send positive messages. That's very important too. I want to try to remain as timeless as possible as well. Um, with songwriting, beats, just everything. I take my image and music very seriously, as you know. I'm very selective from my own reasoning, and it's either you understand it or you don't. Because I try to have conversations like this with a lot of people that are in the industry because it's easier. Outside from that, it's like, 9 times out of 10, I feel like they won't even care, just won't listen. And, I've come to terms with like, not everybody's going to be interested in what we do because we take this seriously. You understand, boss. So it's just like, um, it's just I try to like take it one day at a time. It's not easy because I've been through some trials and tribulations starting out ever since the release of hardcore, because some stuff about that, and I hope we get into that. But yeah, I'm just proud of the work I've released so far.
No, I appreciate you just explained that because it's a lot. It's a lot, becoming into, especially in this industry, because any small business or big business, it's a lot. And the strengths that you overcame, you've been doing your thing since then. I commend you on a lot of ways. I'm very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. And I want you to always, always know that we watching. Because even my artist as myself, I have struggles too, and I look to artists like yourself that have that drive, that have that mentality where they're not stopping for nobody. You know what I'm saying? And especially me having a disability too, you yourself is an inspiration to me besides Aaliyah and so forth. You inspire me because you're a go-getter. You're a go-getter, and I want you to know that there's a lot that you've done, not only for myself, but I'm pretty sure for others that struggle with being a female artist, because it's a struggle, because it's competition,
Jesus Christ! Ah, don't get me started. Oh,
yes, it's a struggle. So in terms of that, in your music, describe the particular music that you've been doing.
um, versatile. I mean, speaking of beats, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, beats. I'm very selective with that because I wanted to make sure if it's me. I don't want to blend in with today's way of doing things. I don't want to be like, oh, this is how the industry will want me to do it, or this is the way to get a record label to come to my face. No, fuck all those rules. I want to do it my way because I have the opportunity to. I want to take advantage of that because not a lot of artists get to. Um, my songwriting, especially, I take that very serious as well. I come from a personal place, will always come from a personal place because I like to be introspective. And thanks to Mary J. Blige, one of my influences that I mentioned, she influenced some of that in my writing, especially when I'm writing about men and my situations with them. She is number fucking one because the Breakthrough album, Jesus Christ. Unpopular opinion, that's my favorite album of all time. Because she was growing, because around this time she was growing up and learning more of who she was as a woman and an artist, and she really got into the depths of her soul, talking about things that she would never speak out loud to other people, only her personal, friends and family and stuff. So when the breakthrough, when she decided to share that, talking about her um situation with her father and then being estranged and dealing with being in a relationship and learning how to cope with that. Just a lot of subject matter she had in there that just opened my eyes, and I'm just very proud of her. But like in terms of me, I always want to showcase like you know you know my feelings in my own way, and I try to make it relatable as possible. I try not to like do too much of like over emoting myself, if that makes sense, because I want to be direct. And so that's why, when I, release these songs, I want great feedback, of course, but there's always those that don't like it, and that's okay. But yeah, my songwriting, I don't play when it comes to that. I've been doing that since I was 12 as well. But like, I didn't take it more seriously until like a little bit after my first relationship. So, and then, all the feelings and everything came from there. But yeah, sorry for talking too much. Sorry.
No, I want everybody to know who you are. You better stop, girl.
Because like I get
They're gonna
yeah.
know who my diva is, and I want them to get to know you because certain people. I don't give a fuck if they're watching. Certain people be on some shit where it's like they swear they know you. Look into the camera. Swear they know you. Swear they motherfucking know you, but they really don't know you. You know what I'm saying?
Don't take me there, because I'll take it there. You know, I will do it, boss. Come on.
What is your creative process like?
When I'm going through something, usually right at that moment, I'll get the song started. I will go on my computer because I type write on my songs on my computer. That moment after I go through something, it has to come out of me. Has to come out of me. I cannot bottle stuff in because I sometimes have an issue with that. And it was worse years ago. So and sometimes I have writer's block. And sometimes at that moment, I got something down, but I just don't want to write a plain ass song. I want the song to come from a real place, an emotive place, and an introspective place, like I mentioned before. And in some cases, I write a 10, 15-minute song. So it all depends on where my headspace is. Um, but yeah, every song I write is from a personal place. And I love to say that because I want to touch the soul. I want to touch the heart. I want to touch the mind. I don't just want to write bullshit stuff. I guess I have some of that in my work as well, in my songwriting, but you know, I don't want to make that my whole artistry, if that makes sense, because there's artists out here that I've seen on social media who like to do it for fun and do it for clout and to get a name up there, massively, and that's their business. I'm not going to judge that, but for me, I always told myself, do music for the love of it. Do it because it means a lot to you. Don't do it just to get a fucking dollar. I don't like that. That's just not for me. I don't judge those who do. Just for me, I don't want that. So I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm still growing as an artist as well. I'm learning new things thanks to my manager and father figure, Real Lyrics. He's really a real one. Like people always have an issue with him and the way he do things. We talk about it all the time, and I know you know some stuff, Bossie, that he have no intention of wanting to like be a bad person. If you take him there, it's because you did something violating to him. So I kind of think that way as well, because I know how far I could take things. But I have people like you and Lyrics and Rel telling me, because I'm young, because I'm the youngest one out of all of y'all. So when I get all like, you know what I mean? Y'all would tell me, don't even, you know what I mean? Because that person wants to see you go down. And there's a few people who want that from me. You know what I'm talking about. Which is that. But, I know I was a little off topic, so I tend to do that sometimes, so I apologize about that too. But
be yourself. I told you, be yourself. I want you to be yourself. Fuck all that bullshit. All right, no, we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, because I love to like talk about this kind of stuff and see that. So yeah.
Yes, be yourself, dog. Fuck all that bullshit. They don't like it. They could just click unlike. Bye.
And it's funny because I even write songs about that too. Like people I have situations with, that's in my catalog of songs too. Like I can't hold it in. That's just I'd be like this mother make me feel like you.
Yes. Speaking of
um,
that, in terms of dealing with the bullshit, how are you handling all the bullshit that comes with it? Because there's a lot of hatred, there's a lot of animosity, there's a lot of, people out there that don't know how to know their place. They don't know how to carry themselves as an artist. And we already know who the fuck we talking about. Stormy Murphy.
you said it, not me. Ah,
I don't give two fucks. Anyways.
okay,
you know,
let's go. Bring it.
yes, we as artists, we have to carry ourselves a certain way. It's not that we can't be ourselves. It's just that in the business, nobody wants a messy ass artist. But sometimes it can get overwhelming because it's not only one time, it's multiple times that you are dealing with shit like that. Like, how do you handle all that? What is the thrive? How do you handle the whole situation? Because some don't know how to handle it. Some just really ready to clap somebody, right?
I'm so happy you asked that question, and I'm ready to answer it now. It may get a little lengthy. My sanity. I kept my sanity. I've been already in a lot of situations where like people want to test me and my patience and want to see how far they could fucking take things with me. And like I said, I'm young, so when people see me a baby face, they'll think, oh, this one's easy to piss off. Yeah, let's do what we do with try to fuck with this person, and then what I'm saying, you got to give a piece of your mind sometimes. So to start off, of how I handle it, I'll give a story. Stormy, gonna have to take it there, because I met him 2 years ago along with Real Lyrics in a studio in Manhattan on 27th Street, and he wanted me on his song called Sinners. And me and Lyrics clicked very fast. He wanted me on his song called Infidels, which is a hit to this day. So when that started flowing Shimmer the Sinners, it became a problem for Stormy. And he wanted this like competition type of shit with Lyrics, and Lyrics never been that way. As long as we've known him, he does not do shit like that. He don't need to be in no competition with nobody. So the fact that I'm in the middle of that a little bit because um he got an underlying issue with him, I just started noticing some things, and like being around Stormy, just hanging out with him one time, awkward hangout. Um, I just didn't like it. Like I don't know, he didn't make me feel like I want to be around him for a long time. So getting to know Lyrics and talking to him, and we have the same type of interest and chemistry when it comes to music, that made me wanted to be close to him even more. So I noticed some things like he was doing that was wrong, and I drew myself away from him and decided to be close to Lyrics because he noticed that I'm serious about my music, and he kind of held on to me to feel like this one's a talent. I cannot let this one go because he told me he never had female artists that he wanted to consistently work with. And the fact that he bumped into one, and I'm the youngest one out of everybody he has known, like at least close to him, that he's managed, it was just mind blowing for him. So he made sure I was locked. So from the time Infidels came out, doing the video, that's when me and Stormy's beef started getting a little bit more thicker. And then that's when like there was like a friction between all three of us. Meanwhile, it was unnecessary, and I was trying to ask like what's going on and why this is happening. Lyrics put me on to everything. And he just told me to be aware of certain things of what he does and how he do things. And when I was watching that, he put Beryl G involved in that. Stormy was talking shit about Beryl G, and I didn't know her at the time. Beryl G knows about this. I didn't know her at the time. So you trying to put me against a woman I don't even know, and then when I tell you to stop talking about it, you got fucking mad at me for it, was fucking ridiculous. I was like, are you serious? You got a personal vendetta towards somebody who ain't do shit to you but helped your career and got you to where you are. You shit on them and you shit on the person you're supposed to be calling your manager. And I treat him way better than you do, which is why he's always on my side because I treat him like a fucking person. So I'm wrong for being a bitch because you've been a bitch to me and everybody else that's been in your circle. How do you live with yourself being nasty to other people? That's why I try to explain to people if I come off intimidating, it's not intentionally that I want to issue with you or I'm trying to start an issue with you. I have trust issues. I look at people like, what you about? And if you show me the consistency of a nice person, trust me, I will let my guard down. So me thinking this fool was a good person, he was actually the total opposite. And then now, when Sinners come out, it wasn't even do what it was supposed to do because he did not promote it like that. Yes, Stormy did not perform. We only performed it once at DTF Radio or From the Heart of a Poet Radio. This nigga hogged the mic. I'm performing and this nigga hogs the mic. Make that make sense. This is our song, right? Why the fuck you like all up on me? Give me my space. Like, and lyrics saw everything. So I had to be professional and not make a big deal out of that because this was all a test from God. Like, if you want to be in the industry, you're going to bump into bitch ass niggas like that. What are you going to do about it, Eimaj? And I would do what any other artist would do, keep it cute. Because I don't want to be known as a person who always lashing out and get mad about things and always being combative. I don't want that to be my image. So I've been very quiet for a very long time. Even when hardcore came out, oh girl, when hardcore came out, that's when shit got really serious. You know what you know, ma'am. When hardcore came out, oh my God, the shit he was talking about it. Oh, he said something about the video and it was all right. And, the beat, the way I executed the beat wasn't good enough. He said some shit like that. And then when I mentioned that I wanted three people on the remix. Yeah, that's an exclusive. I don't think I told you this. I wanted Real Lyrics, Elvel, and Stormy on the remix. I changed my mind. And I was trying to figure out who I want on the remix because the song was so good and it was popping. I wanted to do it again, just with a different subject matter. You know what I'm saying? And Real Lyrics goes to me, what about R. Blade? I was like, oh shit, that's wow, perfect. And he brings the essence of hip hop into a beat like that. You know what I'm saying? So the remix. When that shit came out, it hit 1.4K in a week and 3 days. Fastest viewing video of my independent music career. I couldn't fucking believe it. To some, that's nothing. To me, that's a fucking accomplishment. Because not everybody could get views like that. And he was hating on that too. He disliked the video. So I got hardcore and hardcore remix out. Yo, he started talking wild shit, throwing subs, all that. And Lyrics told me just don't even engage in that. He's just doing that stuff to get a reaction out of you. Tell me in so many ways to just let it be. And sometimes I will go on Facebook and express my thoughts because I know that bastard, because he's been blocked since last year. This bastard love to view my pages and everybody pages that he don't like and then throw his shots back. So it was just like, it was always going to be this consistent thing. And it was just like, you know what? I got tired. Now, remember Combination?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I had enough. That's when I threw my 8-bar shot at him to let him know, don't fuck with me. I already went up on him in person in the studio session him and Elvel had. That already told you, keep it up and it's going to be some shit. I'm not lying about that. Don't play with me because I didn't do nothing to you. I've been nothing but good to you. You would treat me like shit because I'm under somebody who actually cared about my career. You wanted to fuck. You wanted to fuck. That's another situation. I don't know if you want me to get into that. It's up to you.
Get into that. Get into that.
You know what's funny about that situation?
Oh,
he wanted to invite me.
To me. Don't feel bad.
He wanted to invite me. I'm sorry, sis. But yeah, he wanted to invite me to his house to do this podcast, to interview me, right? I asked him if I could bring my friends over because I'm going to be the only one that's going to be there out of all the niggas. So that didn't look right to me. I called my friend. I told her what's going on. Her boyfriend at the time knew about it. They was like, we both need to be there. We need to be there. The fact that they're looking out for me like that, yes, I would want them there. Because they don't even know you like that. And I don't know what kind of person you are to be having me there by myself. You don't even know me that well to be inviting me to your house. So when I asked him about it, he was like, no, they can't come because it's a business matter. Excuse me? Is that your way of saying you're trying to fuck? And you know what's funny about that, Bossie? I had a dream about that house he does that podcast in. And I had a dream I either got sexually assaulted or he tried to force something on me. God forbid I went there, that could have happened. Because if I'm trying to leave, mind you, there's 3 guys there.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw me or his dusty ass brother would have tried some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God I did not go. I was told when I told Lyrics about what happened, he said, do not go. Do not go. And I did exactly what he said. And Stormy got mad at me for it. Mm-hmm. You were trying to fuck the whole time because you wanted to prove like, oh, you want to steal bitches? I'ma steal yours. I'm nobody's bitch, first of all. Let's start there. Mm-hmm. I'm a regular artist who's trying to make it to the top and trying to be respected in the fucking game. I'm not here trying to fuck nobody. If I want to fuck somebody, I'll tell you. But if I ain't that type of time, don't come for me. Mm-hmm. So basically, all of this is happening due to his jealousy for Lyric. That got nothing to do with me. So now I'm releasing Blaze and doing songs with you and doing songs with Vero and doing songs with Lyrics and having all these collaborations. You've been talking a lot of shit. But if we got in your face, you wouldn't do a motherfucking thing.
You got that motherfucker right. You won't do shit. Fucking
Remember when I first met you? He was talking that hot shit at the time. When I was there, what did he do, Bossie?
He was trying to beg for us to take a picture. He was all over us taking a picture and shit. Like, where you come from? You just talk so much shit about her to me, making me think that she hates me. And I'm like, I was talking shit at the time because I was mad because, I was like, why is she talking shit about me? So I had to pull myself back from that because I'm like, wait a second. I don't even know her, and she doesn't even know me. And then, thank you, my husband. I have him, and I love him so much. He's, he tells me, he's like, that don't sound right. And then he kept mentioning your name every time we got together in my house. I made sure that he brought somebody with him because he was trying to come to my house by himself, and I was like, no. And even with studio time, he did the same bullshit too. And I that's when I hit up real. I was like, can you please come with me? Because I don't want to be alone with that nigga.
Yeah.
And and your personality, I fell in love with your personality because I got to know you. And I told you, I was like, I apologize for, on my end, on, talking my shit. It was the same thing with Vero G. Shout out to her. I adore her. It's just that he was just running his mouth fucking too much. Like, he was really fucking running his mouth. Like, he didn't stop talking about her. He didn't stop talking about you. And even when I was talking about music shit, it was always a conversation about you two. And then it got into the whole fact with Real Lyrics. Like, he was just like, oh, you don't need to ask him for anything. I want you to be my manager. Hold up. No, we are not doing that. Because first of all, I don't step on nobody's toes. Mm-hmm. I don't do that. I was like, if you really know me, I don't do that. And I would never do that to Real. Because that's why I was like, you know what? Let me hit up Real. And that's when I started hitting up Real so much. I was like, yo, you got to see what this dude is telling me. Because that don't make sense. And then he trying to say, oh, he never said that. Then he's like switching shit around. So I made that dude come on the live to tell the real fucking truth that he doesn't want Real as his manager. Because he was telling Real, that's not true. That's not what he said. No, it says it in the fucking messages. And I showed Real that he said that. I'm like, he dead ass don't want you as his manager. I don't know why. Because you done a lot for him. Yeah. I know.
There's your answer. This is the answer. Because Lyrics told me that. This is the answer. that's not really actual. That's not the actual answer. But she used me as the clickbait. So the reason why things haven't been going the way he wanted them to go. All of this transpired because Stormy couldn't have his fucking way with people. He blacklisted on certain radio shows. I believe QSJ is one of them because I know you told me that. He won't go to certain radio stations because they'll say his shit is whack because technically it is. It's not radio appeal. No shade. In like certain places he went to do TV at, he won't even go there no more because he saw our faces on there, but we didn't do it for him. We did it for us. So I don't know what made him think, whatever he thought. You know what I'm saying? TV platforms, radio platforms is for everybody. It's not a fucking secret. He always treat things as like it's a secret. Or, oh, I can't tell nobody where I'm at so they don't try to follow me. Nigga, nobody wants to follow you. I don't want to follow tooth decay, a missing tooth, receding hairlines. I don't want none of that.
Oh shit! She said, "Hey, fuck it."
I don't want to follow cat piss. That's not my style.
I can't deal with messy ass artists like that, and I refuse to do that. And I saw that in him too. I saw the messiness that was coming about. I saw that he got so fucking excited because we did the sexy video. And this nigga got so gassed up. And I'm like, how you get gassed up over a video? But you dumbass, my husband was in the video. So how you went from that to that and you smile in my husband's face and then you over here telling people that we did something? Get the fuck out of here. Know your story shit, because we never did shit. And I would never do shit with you. Okay? Singly, I will never. You're not my type. And I don't mix business with pleasure. Sorry. Thank you very much.
All right, so let's take it there about sexy. Do you know why he did that song with you?
Yes, he did it because Real did it at the lounge. I found out he did it there, and he did the whole outfit. And then I think he saw you and Real did a video together. So I think he was trying to override your video with our video. But see, I caught on to that because I'm like, I loved it. He got mad because I liked it, all y'all videos. And he's like, oh, you shouldn't like her because she's not even skilled like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, do you know what an MC is? Like, do you know what a real MC is? Because, yeah, hold up.
Like, what?
Yes.
So, okay, so you know then. Okay, because I was about to answer for you. So basically, y'all did a song together because he wanted to challenge Infidels, and Infidels was still ahead of the song Sexy. But you didn't even make a big deal out of it because your mindset was like, okay, they were ahead of me because the song came out before us. All right, it's not a big deal. It's still a hit. That was one of his best hits. Me and Lyrics talk about that all the time. That's one of his best hits. That one, Sinners, and the song he did with L. Tears of the Street Life. Those are the only three that stands out of his catalog. Everything else is trash. Let's keep it above.
Yes, it's true.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you had time to try to trash our video, which is the most cinematic video we've ever done, it's very Netflix material. Okay, it stands the fuck out. We did something very daring. Of course, people are gonna not like it a little bit, and of course they're gonna love it because we did something daring. We're one of the independent artists who did something very out of the box. Doing it in a church? Come on. Stormy would have never thought of that. And he felt some type of way because he couldn't get to be on a song.
Yeah. Of course he's gonna feel that way. If it's not, I noticed that when it's not about a person, they'll act out a certain way. And some handle it differently, well enough, but some just don't give a fuck. And then it's like, you don't think, I feel like he talks before he thinks, and that's his problem. And he don't give a fuck, and it's the same way we don't give a fuck either, because at the same time we're not going to jeopardize ourselves for him. I had to stop the whole album. We were supposed to do an album together, and I cut that shit off because I started noticing what was the album about. And I was like, wait, hold up. Can
I keep it a buck with you about that?
Yes.
You looking at me like, oh, she's gonna take it there. I am. If you was to release an album with Stormy, it would go nowhere. And let me tell you why. It won't go nowhere because one, he won't promote it. Two, it's not coming from a genuine place. It's to attack me in real lyrics. And anything you've done with anybody else will surpass anything you would do with Stormy. Friday night is about to be 1K, or it's already at 1K right now, the video itself. Our song get consistent radio play every fucking day. Party Vibe is at 80 radio plays right now. Can you and Stormy get that? No. With me, with lyrics, with whoever that's really creatively serious about what they do, you will match with better and get more radio play and clout better than somebody who really ain't got a big name like that. He was using you to get back at me in lyrics, not genuine. You don't deserve to be in that shit. That's why if I was in front of him, he would have, all of us would have told him off, and he's not prepared for that. He's not prepared for that. Our issue is with him. And we have not been really talking about it like that because it didn't get to where we had to actually be in his face and like, give it to him like we wanted to. If he ain't doing nothing, we ain't gonna do nothing. You decide to get out of character and want to be thinking you about that life, let's go. Because I know Anonymous ain't gonna let him touch you. That's what the fuck I do know. Okay? So it's the same thing with Vero. If he tried Vero in front of us, God forbid, I don't even want to imagine the scenario, but you just never know. He tried Vero in front of us, it's clipped because we're gonna stop that shit. Because Vero, I love that woman too. I love both of you for different reasons. Y'all really good people. I really respect y'all. Trust me. And when you fuck with my people, my peers, no, I'm sorry, no. That's why when you get to know me, I'm a fucking sweetheart. You piss me off and you do things I don't like. I'm unfucking predictable. You never know what you're gonna get from me.
Yeah.
Love you too.
He's too cute.
Just saying.
It's true. Saying. I love you for who you are, and anybody fucks with you, just know I'm coming. like my husband's song, I'm coming. Ooh.
Oh, it's silly. I love it.
Yeah, you know what? It is. He knows not to fuck with us. He does things spitefully because he knows it'll get a rise out of us. Truthfully, it really doesn't. It just makes us laugh at you because you're an idiot. And people that know us, that fuck with us, and that knows our business mindset, and know that we do business very well. We never fucked nobody over. Okay, yes, I said it. We never fucked nobody over. And they see you do some shit like that, just know you just ruining your career little by little. It's gonna go because they're not gonna fuck with you because they know who we are. They know our name. We're all over the place, okay? They know how we get down. Yes, they know how we get down when it comes to performing, videos, our song ethics. They know all that. So you commenting on our shit because you did it before. You did it on our fucking video. You commented some crazy shit. And my husband finally fucking spoke because he was going to let shit go. He got tired of that shit. Now, when you start coming for me and my homegirl here, just know people are they're not gonna sit there and allow that. Just know that. You're gonna just make an ass out of yourself because nobody's gonna want to fuck with you. Nobody's gonna want to fuck with you at all because of the way you carry yourself as an artist. Like nobody comments here and you're slick because we can't comment on your shit because I know DistroKid when you distribute shit, they kind of turn off the comments, which I wish they didn't do that. It's fucking retarded. But we can't comment on your shit, but you can comment on ours. It's okay though. You're just gonna make yourself look stupid. Carry on though.
He recently commented on open bars too. Disrespectful shit.
Like he doesn't let it go. Like you're 40 something years old and you acting like you're fucking 10. Are you serious? You're a 40 something year old rapper or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. Cause I don't, because you ain't no.
Let's call him an entertainer.
Not even. I don't know what to call him.
I'm tired of you. You said not even. Yikes. Yikes. Oh my God. Yikes.
I'm not entertained. I really am not entertained. And that's why he's getting mad at that because he's not entertainment. That's what it is. He's not that entertainment. He gets mad. But at the end of the day, we're still going to shine. Even our haters help us. Thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for hating us so much. You're awesome. You really are awesome. Okay, getting back to these questions. So, who would you most like to collaborate with? Either it could be local or in the industry.
Oh, wow. Any of my influences that I mentioned, that's all I could think of for right now. Because I always mention that in all my interviews. Basically, any of my influences, any of them. I'm outside for that. It's going to probably take a while. I don't want to waste too much time. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on. But any of my influences, most likely.
Okay. No.
And it's like if there's like other people in the industry, like maybe you throw at me, like a few, I might say yes or no to them. But like on the spot, like, yeah, this, nah, I don't know. I'm just weird. Yeah.
I think I have one because I actually personally like her a lot when it comes to the music. Maybe not so many people will throw this in the conversation. Erykah Badu.
Erykah.
What you think about that?
She is the queen of neo soul. She did pave the way. I give her that. Do a song with her? I don't know. That's a big question mark. I don't know how because it's not gonna be a no, but like I think I would have to like spiritually connect with her. I gotta spiritually connect with her before a decision like that is made. Cause she's all about the mind, body, and spirit. So with a woman like her, I have to get the blessing. She is a legend. She is a legend. I'm gonna have to be honest about it.
Yeah, I feel like you fit in her type because besides all the other music that you have hardcore and stuff like that, let nobody get it twisted. She's a very soulful person, and I saw her live on Vero G. Shout out to her when she was performing with the band, that little band that yes, I'm mentioning Xavier. I think it was Xavier or Xandra or something. Xandra.
Xander.
I was watching it, and yes, and I was hearing your vocals, and I can see you doing music with her. And the reason why is because if I don't know if you reviewed your interview, you have to review it and go like towards the end a little bit. And if you hear how you sounded, and then you hear one of Erykah Badu's songs and stuff, you there already. I can see you doing something with her because that's a really good connection. That's a really good connection. And I could see you doing something like that with her in collaboration because I feel like you have that mentality and you have that emotional connection. That's what leads you to a spiritual connection. When you're in tune with your emotions, it gets to that. and I could see you doing that. And when I viewed that, I was like screaming out my lungs. I was like, yo, let me calm down. My girls was looking at me like, "Ma, you all right?" I'm like, yeah, yeah. Like, go to bed. And I can see you doing something like that. I can see you a collaboration with her and Sade, because I love her too. I love her too. Yes, yes, yes. I can see it. I can fucking see it.
If
And
I ever be in the same room with Sade, oh my God. I would have to be very ladylike. I don't think she would like me being too much of myself. Like, I have to be like, if I do, maybe bring a little bit of that out if we get comfortable with each other. But I wouldn't be like, I'm not gonna do all that. Because I don't want to be like, bitch, this is how you are all the time. Like, you can't do it all that. Because
no.
she was so like peaceful. She haven't came out with an album in 12 years now. She's living her best life. She don't have to come out with nothing again. She don't want to. I mean, she don't have to come out with nothing again if she don't want to. So the fact that she's still working on this album and she's like, I'll release it when I fucking feel like it. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I love her energy. Yes, what inspired me with her with her live 1994 live tour, the VHS. Me and my niece used to rape the replay button. Do you understand me? That's how iconic this woman is. Okay, my favorite live performance is "No Ordinary Love," and "Is It a Crime?"
I love that song. Oh my god, I was just listening to it earlier, like on because I found some of your music on. She's everywhere, y'all. She's on Amazon. She's on Spotify. She's on a few stations that provide streaming and stuff like that. Just to let you know. Yes, I follow you everywhere. Amazon. I don't know if you did a song. I saw a particular song called Drama. Did you do a song like that? You did. I knew it. What is that song? Oh god, because I can't even play it because they're asking fucking money just to play it. Come on, tell me about that. What is that song? Oh, and that was 2017. You did that.
Yes. I'm proud of you. I never thought you would bring it up ever.
Don't tell.
Oh shit! All right, so I gotta go. I'm gonna have to take it there now. All right. Damn. I thought niggas would be like with the fucking song, but all right. Okay, so boom. I started rapping late 2017. An artist that's on that song, Cammy Coon, wanted me to get more versatile and get outside of myself besides singing. So I pursued rapping, and I've listened to Nicki Minaj. The reason why I started, I've been listening to her for years. So, and like her mannerisms and her delivery, her cadence, all that really made me interested. You know what I mean? Like her work is just phenomenal. My favorite album from her is The Pink Print. That hands down is my favorite album. But I got started, like I said, in 2017, and I was writing the verse, and I wanted to make sure that when I'm rapping it, the words sound as clear as day. And I was a little skeptical about it at first, and he was giving me encouragement to go ahead, keep trying, keep trying. It's so, it doesn't sound bad. I like it. I like it. Just do the best you can. Like, because he's not really hard on the criticism when it comes to people being expressive with themselves. So, when I got it finally done and I started rapping it, him and the other dude that's on that song who I don't get along with, they were hype about it. They was like, "Oh shit, yo, you should make hip hop your extra talent," and just hyping me up. And I was like, maybe, I'll see how far it will take me, because I was just like, blushing and stuff, because I was very proud of like them liking it. So when I heard myself recorded, I was like, oh shit. I was like, I don't know how people gonna take this one. They're gonna be shocked because they used to be singing R&B. So when I first performed it live with the fellas, it was at what's that place called? It's in Brooklyn. It's at Atlantic Avenue. Social Butterfly. I performed it there, and baby, I was like, back it up, don't bring it here. Bunch of snakes is funny, go disappear. Nah, who you think I am? Everybody was like, I was like pumping their head now on. I was like, okay, they love me. They love me. I was very happy, because some people that watched me never thought I could rap like that. And the cadence, I was surprisingly for the first time rapping, my cadence was like there, but I just needed to do better with it. But just looking back at that, I'm proud to be on the song. It's just apparently I don't fuck with those people no more. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, like I never thought I would keep it as consistent as I am now because I was still debating if I still want to keep it going. And yeah, I did.
I'm glad you did. I'm actually gonna try it. I hope it's on YouTube because I want to try to.
Please don't play the song. Please don't.
I want to listen to that song. I hope it's on YouTube.
You really gonna play that?
Yes, I am. Let's see if it's on YouTube. Hold on, let me see. I'm not sorry about it either.
I know you're not. Better, I know you're not. I know you not. Shit, you don't give a damn.
I was like, wait a second, because I started listening to it when I first started getting into your music, and I was like, ooh, what's this? So my curious George ass was like, ooh, let me see what this is. All right, let me check it out.
She really gonna do it. Oh my god.
I think I found it. Yes.
Shit. I gotta hide my face, y'all. I can't.
Yes, I'm so excited, y'all didn't hear this from her. I don't know who does follow her a lot, but the newest fans that follow her, I don't know if y'all heard this, but I heard this. And what? You think that she doesn't spit fast? Yeah, I'm about to show you what's up. All right. This is Drama.
With Cammy Coon, Shaq Dove.
Yeah, and Shaq Dove. Okay, here we go. We're about to play this shit. Let's make sure the commercials don't come on because fucking YouTube.
Damn it, Bossie.
Oh, here it goes.
We ain't looking for the drama, get my way and I'll leave it up the karma. We ain't looking for the drama, get my way and I'll leave it up the karma.
Looking for the drama, I'd rather have a show than some vodka. I'm searching for nirvana while we out there chasing dollars.
We ain't looking for the drama, get my way and I'll leave it up the karma. We ain't looking for the drama, get my way and I'll leave it up the karma.
Yo, back it up, so bring it here. Bunch of snakes that funny go disappear. Nah, who you think I am? And trying to be a friend, don't give a damn. You got it twisted, better quit it or we going down. It's get the fight a bimbo, stop the games, you fucking clown. Nah, I ain't trying to be a nice shit. Fed up and getting tired of the bullshit. Bigger than a motherfucker and I'm under pressure. Gonna cut your fucking face, back it up, you better. I'm being mad mean. I'm not gonna calm it down. Still don't put your near me. Go back and turn around.
Looking for the drama, I'd rather have a show than some vodka. I'm searching for nirvana while we out there chasing dollars.
We ain't looking for the drama, get my way and I'll leave it up the karma. We ain't looking for the drama, get my way and I'll leave it up the karma.
Looking for the drama, I'd rather have a show than some vodka. I'm searching for nirvana while we out there chasing dollars.
We ain't looking for the drama, get my way and I'll leave it up the karma. We ain't looking for the drama, get my way and I'll leave it up the karma.
Man, fuck all that bullshit. I empty bars like full clips. I came for that good bread. With good bread, I need good head. I came to make that paper, give a fuck about no haters. I'm different. Y'all all just imitators. I'm here for the grind. No, I ain't wasting time. I write all my rhymes, get it straight from the mind, and I'm always turned up. No, I'm never turned down. Spitting knowledge from the dome, and I always wear my crown, yeah.
We not come for that drama. I'd rather have a shot of some vodka. I'm searching for nirvana while we out there chasing dollars.
We ain't looking for the drama. Get my way and I'll leave it up to karma. We ain't looking for the drama. Get my way and I'll leave it up to karma.
We not come for that drama. I'd rather have a shot of some vodka. I'm searching for nirvana while we out there chasing dollars.
We ain't looking for the drama. Get my way and I'll leave it up to karma. We ain't looking for the drama. Get my way and I'll leave it up to karma.
We ain't looking for no drama. Get my way, I'll leave it up to karma. No fear around snakes, I'm a charmer. They wanna smash a heart, good thing I got armor. Everybody want beef for no reason. They don't give a damn if you're vegan. People act nice, but they're demons. Stay humble, they envy your freedom. You work towards your future, but they pray to see you fall. You want me get on my knees, but you will never see me crawl. Clock is ticking like a time bomb. Get the fuck out my way before it's too late. And the funny part is they can save themselves, but they care about others before their fate. We not come for that drama. I'd rather have a shot of some vodka. I'm searching for nirvana while we out there chasing dollars.
We ain't looking for the drama. Get my way and I'll leave it up to karma. We ain't looking for the drama. Get my way and I'll leave it up to karma.
We not come for that drama. I'd rather have a shot of some vodka. I'm searching for nirvana while we out there chasing dollars.
Okay, now that song, it came from 2017. Okay, 2017, all right? And you thinking, let me tell you something. That 2017 song went into the 20th millennium. Okay, when I say that, it's because when you did, I'm going to do it, I don't care. When you did that song,
You see my face right now, right?
you know what song I'm talking about, right? All right, here we go.
Wait, no filter?
Nope.
Which one? Wait, be on your way?
Nope. Here we go. I'm about to
What song you talking about?
When you did that song with real lyrics, all right? When you did that song, Lyrical Dragon.
Good night. Good night. Wow. Okay.
That song with him, and I'm about to play it. You know, that's super good video. Hold on. We gotta see this. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Oh yes, I'm about to do this shit. Let me see how to do this.
Ooh, help me, Jesus.
This video, when you did this shit, to me, I feel like that was a remaking, but with better lyricists, you know? Let me see this. This was a whole new
Lyrical Dragon.
Let him know. Spit it.
Lyrical Dragon is a hip-hop assassin. Dropping balls like a mother effing savage. This is my destiny. These haters are not even ahead of me, cause I'm so far away they need clarity. Listen, I'm very different. With you with the notes of this verse I am missing. I should be your number one topic. Nobody's Tarantino. Just leave that to logic. Must be the terror in the squad. Now I know I'm a prospect, leaving you out cold. Battle with me, you don't want the piece to unfold. This is my time, and I'm one of a kind. So excuse me for saying this. I'm out to get mine in any way I can to the biddies. I should be your number one, then it ain't over. Just the beginning, little wait, you telling me see me, no ceiling.
Let's go, Young Jay.
BAX outside, let's get it.
kid moves like a militant. I'm on my type of time, demon time. When I flip the kill switch, lyrical God, I rightfully stand behind it. You couldn't see me coming even if you was a kid. Forget the superstition, take it in with no permission. Proving my haters wrong and get this money, that's the mission. My time was always glisten. You always see me stunting. You niggas think you talking, but I ain't saying nothing other than what's been said already. Got an album on the way, y'all niggas ain't ready. Got my team on my back, cause I'm in the game heavy. I'm the prince of the city, you can call me the Keep the game, that's what my people tell me. Appreciate the love because that's how I know they felt me. I'm making my moves because I'm trying to be young and wealthy. You trying to play me, don't be stupid, it's unhealthy.
Remix out the
When I spit in the flame, I still the kingdom, my kingdom. You watch the queens, the one that enter my sister. It's not a sharper, they need a sharper. The skill that be the better than me. We never keep the slipping. I left the clip for shooting from a distance. I had 33, that's Scottie Pippen. My phones are whooping the waters like motors separated. Hated the greatest, your mama's getting weaker like it broke the speaker. Yo, it was getting weaker like it pitched on life support. I'm never giving up the torture while I'm keeping the cup of ready. The blood of Jesus. I'm watching my competition, but trying to play my mind like a violin. Cause it happened to them, cause God told me so. I'm still a number one with the flow. I know you want it, but you can't have it. The first queen of combination, lyrical dragon, Eve, boogie, come and get him.
2021 on the money hot flow. Call me Queen Elsa, I'm about to let it go. Stress enough for what? I got better shit to do. Barely in the hood, shorty making big moves. Black in the women, babes in the static. I lean and being both on the oath automatic. American on the us, but we never give a fuck. Them back with hot set. Keep your head up. I don't know what's mad, cause I'm all about the lyrics. Baby, he don't want you, so get over it. Stupid. Career is a flop, unattractive and bulimic. Mad cause I pop them now here, girl, believe it. So your little clip, poise, face, stupid tricks. Speaking my name will get you popped real quick. Her sidekicks fucking you, hot, so pathetic. Your whole relationship, it ain't real, synthetic. And now this bitch wanna rap like me? In the boost, and the music don't blow, spitting like he that flow. Give the fucking credit to those around you. I ain't never working with you again, cause I'm through. Bro, you look ugly, missing tooth, you're disgusting. Cat piss, smelling motherfucker, you're nothing. Focusing on infidel shatters, I can really tell. I'm a shady bitch, and I do it well. Now let me talk about the men who wanna holler. You ain't about shit, back it up and don't bother. Respect you if you grinding, I'm never that picky. I'm mommy plus size, hope you know how to please me. All my niggas love it when I'm spitting hardcore. Now bop your heads, tell me, do you want more? I miss Eimaj, but enough about me. I said what I said, I'm out, y'all. Peace.
Woo! That fire in that aura. What? Oh, what? So it's like going to see that, right? Going to see that, and from the 2017 till now, you can see the growth, the progress with your music. And that's what I love about it, because when I was looking at your stuff back then and then till now, because I always do that with every artist that I get intrigued by. I like to listen to everything. I don't know if some people do that, but me personally, I love doing that. And with you, I wanted to see other stuff, not just one song. I wanted to see from when you started to now. And
okay.
Yes. So in 2017, when you made that track, the drama track, right? I was like, wait a second. It reminded me of when you did Lyrical Dragon with Real. And I was like, you can tell the difference and the growth from then until now. You sounded like the baby Eimaj, but when you came to now, you was like, fuck all that, I'm grown, respect me. And I like that. And the fact that lyrically, the way you verse, the way you record it, you sounded really good for someone who was really, really getting in tune with herself in terms of, coming on to the whole rap game. Because you said you was just doing R&B. So it sounded like you were doing it for longer than that, though.
Lyrics said the same thing. Lyrics said the same thing. Yeah, because looking back at drama and up until now or watching that video, I wanted to make sure if I'm gonna do this hip hop shit, I come with growth, I come with the seriousness, I come with an execution to what I do with this genre. I don't just want to do it because it sounds interesting or it may look fun. And that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do with hip hop. If I do when I do rap and stuff like that, I want to come from a personal place, or I want to come from like I just want to make sure like when I write my rhymes, I know what I'm saying. Even with punchlines and stuff like that, I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. And honestly, I call myself a storyteller because I always say, I know I always saying that, oh, personal place and da 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 da. That's just really me. I can't help that. So when I wrote Combination Lyrical Dragon, this was also around the time like the beef that me and Stormy and a little bit with Fifi, who tried to approach me on the R train, thought that she was going to press up on me. That bitch almost had a beat down that day. And her bitch ass boyfriend was hiding behind the fucking door when you enter to the next car. So it was just like, yeah, not a lot of people knew about that. Yeah, that bitch tried to press up on me, and I was not having that. I took my earrings off and I stepped on her face like, you better get the fuck out my face. And then she started acting up, and she was also backing up too because she realized that I'm not pussy. So, and mind you, Stormy was there watching it with his dusty ass glasses on. So just all of that happening. And mind you, we were leaving the studio. Me, Nikki, and Liv was leaving the studio.
Because the same day that happened, the same night, it was the same night that me, my husband, and Stormy and them, we went to go celebrate Sexy because it was playing in the club. It was the same fucking night. And they wanted us to leave with them, but we didn't leave because me and my husband were having a good time because it was like strippers and shit. So
I heard about that. Yeah, because
I didn't like that. I didn't like that happened because we went from having a good time to some ratchet shit. And it's like, and I told him about that. I was like, because he hit me out. He's like, they were like all happy and shit. Yo, we saw that bitch, Eimaj. I'm like, wait, hold up. Time out. I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, she tried to talk her game. We ran up on her. Why would you do that?
Can I be honest about that? It wasn't a we, it was a Fifi. 1. 2, Stormy and Elba wouldn't dare do that because as big as I am, I'm pretty sure they had an idea if they was to try some shit like that, shit would have popped off immediately. I'm not scrawny. I'm a plus size woman. I could really take you on. I'm from the hood. I've had altercations with men and women. Okay, because around this day and age, nobody cares about gender. You touch me, then let's go. You know what I'm saying? The truth is, Fifi came to my face. Them bitch ass niggas was by the next car watching everything unfold just to go to you and everybody else that they fuck with to say that they pressed up on me. No, it was just Fifi. But she thought wrong because I was in her face like, you better get the fuck out my face. I was all this with her. And she was backing up. And then she went from talking about my career to basically the main subject, which is lyrics. And lyrics don't even want her because she's a dirty ass bitch. Yeah, I heard a lot of stuff about her, and I'm not going to take it there on here, but I would just say she's been very quiet as of late. If she do see this and somebody show this to her and she feel like she could initiate another beef with me, that's a bad idea because next time she decide to do that stunt she did on the R train, I'm not talking, we're fighting. Because I'm not tolerating no violence and no type of assault, none of that from nobody. I don't give a fuck who you are. If I'm not doing it to you, don't do it to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at with it. I was pissed off that night. I called Lyrics 911 immediately. He was shocked. We just left the studio. Me, him, and Nikki left the studio. And I say, yo, this bitch ran up on me. Yo, Fifi. Da, da, da. And he was just like, what? When this happened? How did it? Like, I was ranting. I was pissed off. And mind you, everybody in the train watching, I had witnesses. So she wasn't that stupid. I had witnesses because if cops was to get involved, they would have been standing for me because I was just minding my fucking business. And then on top of that, tell me why Hispanic guy decided to come at me. So after I'm ranting to people about what transpired, a fucking Hispanic older dude decides to come in the train to talk shit at me too. And I went off on him. I went off.
That's
I was like, I hate what I don't like about us New Yorkers sometimes is that when we mad about something else, another person gotta come in to feel like they could involve themselves in that shit that got nothing to do with them to feel like they gotta get mad too. Mind your fucking business. Has nothing to do with you. If I'm mad about something, sit your black, white, whatever ass down, read your newspaper, listen to your music, talk to your friends, do what you do. Don't get outside yourself trying to go in my conversation because what's gonna happen is 9 times out of 10, you don't know what I got on me, or I made a knocking you the fuck out. I hate when we do. I hate when we in each. I hate when we be in each other's business like that. Like I don't know why. I don't know what made us naturally be that way, but it's like.
And then when you need them to be in the fucking business, they don't.
Boom! There you go.
They
That's
don't.
my problem. They do it. They do it unsolicitedly.
Hey, shout out to Damien. Hey, Damien. He's another. He actually does another show for artists. This is Eimaj.
Hello.
Yes. Oh yeah, because he asked me who's interviewing now. Because I was on here earlier. Yeah, Eimaj is on here right now. You should know who she is. Crazy butt. But yeah, it's true. It's when you need to be in the fucking business, y'all not. But y'all would want to be in the business for no that's unnecessary. And I hate that shit because I hate it too because they be testing your gangster.
That's why I was trying to say I don't like coming off intimidating, but I do because I don't know people's real intentions. I'm not always a bitch. You won't know until you find out on your own. If I have a face, 9 times out of 10, it has nothing to do with you. Just like if I see other people with a face too, because I came across that. I met a couple of people I found intimidating. I didn't sit there and why he is a bitch. I don't do stuff like that. They have their way of being the way they are because of what they've been through and the people they've encountered. It happens. So if I end up being nice to you, it's because you're nice to me. You do a 360, then I just won't talk to you. Just don't get outside from thinking you could be disrespectful or mean to me because you don't know what to expect from me when it comes to that shit. Because I'm petty as fuck when I'm mad. So if you don't want to encounter yourself with me, engage with me, go the fuck somewhere. Go on somewhere. If I don't want to engage with you, I go on somewhere. We old enough to understand who like us and who want to fuck with us and who doesn't.
How do you deal with that emotionally? Because I as you know me, I've been promoting a lot of mental health, and a lot of mental health awareness is very serious lately. People's been getting into trouble with that in terms of getting the help that they need. And sometimes things can get overwhelming, and sometimes you need to take a step back. How do you cope with all that?
I'm glad we're talking about mental health. For starters, I'm an ambivert. Means 1 minute I want to be around people, the next minute I don't. I've been having this for years. Because growing up, I used to want to be like, hey, everybody, let's do friendly shit. And then we got those, I don't want to be around you head ass motherfuckers, or they just don't feel like my personality fits for them. And all types of negative shit. And it just made me realize okay, there's a time and a place for everything, to be a certain way. in act a certain way around people. So I used to think that, I won't be able to have the friends that I genuinely want to have because not everybody can handle my personality. And I actually wrote a song about mental health. I'm not going to give you the title of the song, but I'll say I'm going to put it on the deluxe edition of the album, and that I plan to release the deluxe edition of the album next year. And basically, the song is about thinking too much because I have a tendency of being in my own space, and I think about so much I want to do, so much um what kind of person I want to be when I get older, and the people in my life, and how much I'm blessed with, and how far I came, and just everything. I think about everything, and sometimes I have thinking faces to where you or anybody would be like, "What's wrong? Why do you look like that? What's wrong?" I'll be like, "Oh, nothing," and I only say those to those that is like to the people I don't know, or I just don't want to bring in that energy to the people I fuck with right now because it's not the setting for it. So I'm learning to not. I try not to bring negativity or like I try not to bring my downness. If that's work with me, I'm trying to gather my words. But I try not to bring like the sad, bad side of me to people. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want people to think like, oh, why she look like that all the time? Why you have that face all the time? Why do you act like that all the time? I low key don't want to hear that, but I'm a human fucking being. Let me live.
Yeah, instead of asking the real questions like, "Are you okay? Is everything all right? Do you want to talk?" People, it's society nowadays in general, and everywhere, not just New York. It's everywhere. Instead of being like, "Are you okay? Everything is all right? Do you want to talk?" you know, those are the questions that need to be asked, not just, oh, look, fuck her, like she got a fucking sick, No, it shouldn't even be that way. You know what I'm saying? You don't know the reason why she's like that. Like, how about just ask her how she's doing? It doesn't hurt. That doesn't fucking hurt. You may get I don't want to talk about it right now, or you may get I'm just not in the mood right now. You may get those answers, in replies, but that's okay. And your reply to those things, if you really want to, really care and give a fuck, is, you know what? When you're ready to talk, I'm here. That's it.
And I love to hear that. That's why I thank you so much, Queen, for even giving me that opportunity to you know, just to be your friend, us being sisters. Like I love sisterhood. Like I always wanted more female friends, but sometimes you can't trust these bitches.
Oh,
So,
tell me about. We gonna get into that about the shit. I'm gonna get into it. Woo!
oh, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I get to be blessed to call you my sister, Verbal G my soul sister, Lyrics a father figure, because he tells me we tell each other personal things. My best friend Nicole, we've been down for each other for 3 years now, and that we went through a little bit of hell together. So, like the fact that we still solidify like we are, I always thank her for being by my side, even at my worst, because that bitch saw me at my worst. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Being around y'all, it makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't judge people. Y'all don't hold, barriers, and y'all don't do all that crazy shit. If you don't like something, you like something, whatever the case may be, you're not afraid to tell me, Eimaj, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't be like, you know what I'm saying? You tell me what it is. And I love that about all of y'all. Y'all keep it real with me. And like I would do with y'all. Because I know if something ain't right with me, you'll see it on my face.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Your face gives
You,
it away.
I
Your
swear to
face,
God.
your reaction. I noticed that your face reactions and your responding text messages, that's when I know something's off.
Yeah. So if you with that, real lyrics and Vera with aura, and my best friend Nicole with everything. Cause she's something ain't cause I be standing or certain way, y'all be like, why you look like that? And because every time the situations with lyrics too is funny. The situation with lyrics, when he know I'm feeling it, he keeps looking at me.
Yeah,
He'll
he
keep
does
looking at
that.
me.
He does that because he does it to me.
He's like, because he knows in his back of his mind you're gonna tell him later.
Yep.
He's very. I'm telling you, that man is. People think no, that man's smart. Trust. He'll look at you like, I know. Tell me later though. And I end up telling him later.
Yep. I'll be saying the same thing. I'm like, wait, when I see like different texts, how you text sometimes, because you did calm down with the postings and stuff. But when you say certain things, and it's like I could read through that, and I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her tomorrow.
Right. Yes. Yes. Because I had like situations where people piss me off. It's like at that moment, I can't really express it to somebody. I mean, I can, but like sometimes people are in the middle of things. So I try to make a general statement to where other people could relate to that situation I'm talking about. And I even told you I was going to grow out of that shit, and I eventually did. Because I don't want to keep showcasing, because I'm getting bigger. My name is getting a little more bigger. So I don't want people to keep saying, like, this bitch is angry. Go to Ayala Van Zandt, bitch. Go to Dr. Phil, bitch. Because you need her.
Same shit I used to be on my postings. Yo. But I cut that shit out because it's the same reason too. My name is getting out there. My name is getting big, and people now are really, really fucking actually listening to me. So it's like I had to cut certain habits out because trust and believe. What I do now is instead of me doing all that, I just fucking start writing.
That's what I mentioned earlier. I have to let out my aggressions, emotions, whatever is inside of my soul onto the computer, onto my songwriting. I have to do that. Because if I don't, I'll get really in my bag, and I'm afraid to take my anger out on the wrong person. Because I've done that years ago. And I've lost friendships because of that. Because of my fucked up past. I don't want to bring it to my 30s now and beyond. I don't want to do that. I'm learning. That's why I tell all my peers that I'm close to, like, to understand me, so they don't think like, I tell y'all things to make sure you're aware, so you don't think like I'm tripping or I'm just doing negative shit to do it, not intentionally. Does that make sense?
It does make sense because trust me, I have a bad fucking temper. I admit that I do have a bad temper. I really do fucking have a bad temper. Compared to now, though, I'm actually calm. This is the calm storm, all right. But if you remember me back then, I was a fucking firecracker. I was ready to. You said something slick, it was just boom right in your fucking face. I didn't care.
Maybe that's the Brooklyn in us.
That too.
That's the Brooklyn in us.
That too. Like I was always ready to run up on people. Now it's like I'm the calm storm where I'm angry, but I'm just gonna dismiss you the right way.
I'm learning that too.
Until you start fucking with me, then that's a whole different conversation. So that's a whole different conversation. So I get that. Trust me, I get that. I'm growing too as you are, and I appreciate you saying that because not a lot of people can admit that they're growing as artists. They be fucking saying that they know everything, and yo, we don't know everything. We know certain things to extent, not everything. Just we're still growing, and we're trying. It's just that some people just test our fucking patience.
I was told that by your 50s, that's when you have an idea of how the fuck life really, really, really works. By 50.
Shit, I hope so.
Well, in some cases.
I'm not trying to rush to that age. But
Me neither.
I hope so. Because shit.
Like we would think that by 50 we got it all together, but in some cases, some of them don't. And it happens. But like right now, I'm just taking it one day at a time because I'm trying to learn how to control my thoughts and like try to have a smile on my face once in the blue because I don't want to keep walking around with a
I
bitchy
know.
spirit.
Yeah. For someone where they thinking that you're a bitch, but you're not.
I'm not. You get to
I
know me. I'm not. You only when you piss me off, then yeah. I mean, anybody would get mad if you get them.
And you would think people can relate to that because come on now, why would you be happy when someone pissed you off? Like the fuck?
You want to be like, yeah, get me more upset. Yeah, like bitch, no. No, I can't do that. I'm not Harley Quinn. I don't like stuff like that. I'm not Harley Quinn. Sorry. I have emotions. Sorry to break it to y'all. Sorry.
if you could go, if you could open a show for any artist, who would it be?
Any of my influences. Any of my influences. I mean,
Okay.
if you give me a couple of names and I'll tell you yes or no.
Um. Well, your taste in music is so different from everybody else's because
Yeah.
I can relate to your type of style, so that's why it's like it is kind of hard to name a few because some it's like questionable because it's like.
Yeah, because it's like we know our errors. That's why we know our errors.
Hmm. Okay, I'm not gonna mention the other two because we already mentioned them. So I can see. What about Adele?
Yes, yes, yes.
And
Hands
why?
down.
Why
Hands
her?
fucking down.
Mm-hmm.
Once she got the stats. I mean, you know, two, her music is timeless. Um, because I like her songs. Um, the one that really touches me the most is Million Years Ago. Uh, when you hear like the colony and like the sadness of that, it make you want to be like this. And then you think of like your past of like you growing up and how much fun you had, like the good times, and then you realize like fuck, I'm getting older. I don't like this. So I had moments where I used to cry because I'm like, fuck, like I missed the old me when I was really, really younger. I missed my 20s. I missed my teenage life when I had good times, and oh, that song is iconic to me. I don't know, like, yeah, I would open for Adele. If I met her, she's like, she looks like one of those good girls, those Judies. They'd be like, hey, hello, mate, how are you? Hello, Eimaj, nice to meet you. Hello. Oh my God, I can't believe this. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful.
I met her when she first started, and it's crazy how she blew up because when I met her, she was just starting, and
where you met her at?
she was in she actually did a whole karaoke bar. I think she was hanging out with regular friends and stuff. I've seen her before, and it was just so weird how she just came out of nowhere. She was in one of the bars in New York City on 59th West. It's a long fucking time ago. I get the fucking club name. That particular club was just doing a lot of karaoke's and stuff like that. When karaoke was popular, you know what I'm saying? Because now karaoke is not so popular. They don't really do it no more. So it's like when she came from that to now, I'm proud because I thought she was really good. I really thought so because the way she was so passionate about her vocals and her singing, like I felt like I was in a movie every time she was singing karaoke. And it was really nice. It was nice. And I was about 17. I was 17. Mm-hmm.
Oh, girl, can I use the bathroom real quick?
Go ahead.
I'll be back, y'all. I'll be back. Sorry.
While she's using the bathroom. Yeah, so I met her when I was 17, and it was a good experience because look at her now. and I always loved her accent. Adele, I loved her accent. She's very classy. Um, the fact that she is who she is, and I could see Eimaj um, doing a performance, opening up for her. Like I can see that happening. I really can see that happening. So I would love to see that happening. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in. If you just tuned in, this is Eimaj.
Hello,
Um,
y'all.
yes, she's an R&B and hip hop artist. You guys getting encouraged, even the new followers. If you don't know who she is, just follow her. Everywhere because she's everywhere. You can't miss her because she got that pop and music. Y'all know what real taste of music? Listen to her. Trust me.
Listen
Fashion.
to me.
See, I told you you got that. Woo.
Mm.
All right. So, what is one message you would give to your fans?
To the people that like my music, thank you so much for showing your support. Genuinely, like it means a lot to me. Um, I'm gonna stay in this music business as long as I can, whether mainstream or independent, local, whatever you want to call it. I'm doing music for the love of it, and I just want to make sure I could just reach thousands and millions of people. Hopefully one day that happens for me because I kind of had dreams about that. But and people kept telling me they see me going big. So I hope it's in the cards for me. But yes, to the people that consistently show love to me, thank you so much. Like, and by the way, Blaze is on the 7th LDM Music Awards website. So it's at number 5 right now on the top 10 for the third consecutive week. I'm so fucking proud of that. Ah, and I need y'all to vote. Please vote for me. Go to ldmradio.com and you'll see vote on the left side of the website and look for my song Blaze, Eimaj Blaze. Yeah. Thank you to the
Yeah.
people that have been liking my stuff.
Yes, I will share that after this podcast for y'all. If y'all didn't understand what she said or just ignored it, I'll still share it. Vote for her. Please do. She's a queen in itself. Couple of more questions, and then I don't know if you ever got into a cipher. Have you ever got into a cipher before? In terms of R&B and hip hop?
Cypher, I
Yeah,
don't.
it's like a battle, like a rap battle, but this time it's not a rap battle. It's like a solo where you're just gonna
Like just singing, like whatever.
freestyle. Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna be nervous to do that, but I don't. I mean, the only thing that I did was Vero G. I, is that considered a cipher?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's sort of considered that because you was actually getting in tune with the band and stuff like that, which was really dope. I like that. You actually fit well with it too, which that's why I was saying that your vocals are crazy. Like that's why I saw Erica Badu and you. I could see that happening because you was really in tune with your sound and everything, and you blended in very well, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
Thank
Um,
you.
okay, a couple of questions is what would you be doing right now if it wasn't for your music career?
What would I be doing right now if it wasn't for my music career? I don't even know, to be honest. I always think about that. I might live a regular life, but I was destined for this shit. So it would look weird if I didn't love and enjoy music and doing what I'm doing now. Um, yeah, I'll be living a regular life. Like, but you
Uh,
know,
you probably be living in. You probably won't be excited as much as you'll be excited now that you're doing the music career. Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
get it because like when it's like a calling, your calling came and now it's like you can't take a step back because it's gonna be hard because you wouldn't know where to put yourself. You know.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Where have you performed? Like, name the places and stuff like that.
I performed at Social Butterfly. I performed in Queens. The showcase that I saw you at. No, I didn't. No, we supposed to perform there tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, because yeah. So basically, I'm gonna have to say that. Another showcase in Queens. It's by Milkshake. Host there. I forgot the name of that place, but I performed there. I performed at couple of places in Manhattan. Um, yeah, so I did some performing live. It's just recently I haven't gone crazy with it. Because I want to finish this album. By the way, if y'all didn't know, my debut album, excuse me, is called Life, and it's 80% done. I'm very proud of how far I came. I'm really trying to release it this year. Um, I want to make sure every vocal, every sound, everything, beat, everything, all that is on point. Um, I already got the artwork for it. I did it myself. So yeah, speaking of that, I do most of my artwork and you know my image, everything for myself because I don't trust anybody with that. And if I do, you gotta be like on 1,000. Like your art gotta be like on point. Like I really have to be like ooh, like you know what I'm saying. If you don't make me feel that way, I'm not gonna let you touch my shit. But yeah, I did the artwork for it, and um, Hardcore is at 4K on Spotify. Blaze is 6K on Spotify. Hardcore Remix is 5K on Spotify. It's just all this little success I have. I'm just very proud of it. And I performed Hardcore once. I would love to do that again. I would love to do that again with R. Blade. Shout out to him. He's an amazing guy. Seriously. I want to perform Blaze more, which I've done actually on TV on Butterscotch Angie Live TV. And she actually put the video was up on the show as well. Like people actually saw it on TV. I was very proud of that. And Hardcore, I've been performing at a lot, especially at Rebel G's showcase as well, which I forgot to mention. And the fact that every time I perform that song and people praise me, it's wonderful because I got like a little bit of my age and a little bit of older understanding like what I'm saying to them because it's I'm talking about what's going on in the world and people like to hear that. Nobody want to hear trap music all fucking day because I've seen artists who do that all day. It gets boring. As I seen it, yo boss, I seen that shit. Kid you not, me and Lyrics was at her showcase. Last year I think it was, and yo, everybody was just like woo a little bit, but not to where it's like maybe some of it is genuine, and the rest of it is like, okay, I heard this before, but nice. But when I got up there, it's like, you know what I mean, spitting that, the reminiscence of how they used to listen to hip hop. Everybody was like, yeah, yeah. I saw like heads like in my face, like, yeah, stage presence, yes. Talk to me, tell me, tell me the message. And when I was done with it, everybody was like, woo! Like I had one of the biggest applause of the night. That was wonderful. So yeah, I would love to perform more, most likely after the album is out. Because right now, I just want to make sure my album is done.
No, I can't wait. I'm excited. I actually I don't know, it's weird because I saw something about that album on your thing, but I think that's not an official cover. But I actually like the way it was, the picture. Like I like the way you do things, business wise, performance wise. When I first saw you perform, I was like fucking excited.
I performed at Colors. That's where we met. I forgot about Colors.
Yes. When I first saw you perform for the very first time, I was like, yes. And then when you kicked up your foot,
yo.
And you did that shit in heels, girl. What?
Yo, like I ain't gonna lie to you. That day I was pissed off because I didn't like the way things were arranged in there. But I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go first. And when I went first and people applauded me, like I was like, what? Y'all like me? Like, wow. Like I was so happy. Everybody was like really woo. Like because what they look for is stage presence and you talking to them and telling them the message through your body, your everything. You don't just want to stand there, bang bang gun music to your ears. Like they were like, bitch, what? Show me emotion, show me something, and that's what I did. Like
And
everything I was feeling inside that day came out through my performance.
It was like I loved it. I was like, yes, finally a fucking real performer. Because I was questioning everybody in the room. Like, I could barely hear anybody. But I try not to put people down because I wouldn't want it to be done to me. But at the same time, let's be realistic. Don't come to a performance and you're not prepared. That's the bottom line. Like, don't do that to yourself. Just don't.
I don't know what you're talking about because he got fried.
Yes, and I felt so bad because I'm like, I could see him fixing himself, and and it's like it bothered me because I'm like, shit, yeah, about that. But I try to push people too, to perform and make sure your performance ready in terms of if you have to practice 1,000 fucking times till your performance comes, in terms of practicing with somebody singing, whether they're singing or rapping. It's good to do that. Don't think because nobody's too good enough to be like, oh, we don't practice. I've seen artists that practice. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen it happen. Don't be ashamed of that because it's important that you do that. So that way you don't have to be falling on your face. You know what I'm saying? And yes, sometimes, certain showcases, they're not properly prepared, and that can throw an artist off too. And I get that. I get that a lot because I had my fair share, and I'm sure Eimaj had her fair share too. So, just make sure you use your voice a lot before you go to any type of showcase. Make sure you ask questions like, how's the sound? How's the list going to be presented? Make sure you use your voice. Like, if you're an independent, you're supposed to be independent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to care about your shit because nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to hold you by the fucking hand and be like, oh, here, it's not even like that. What's the point of being independent if you're not going to be independent? And I just feel like they need to redirect themselves in terms of that because nobody's going to do it for you. Sorry to break it to you. Nobody's going to do it for you. You want people to take you serious, you have to be serious about yourself. Because nobody's going to take you serious. Nobody's going to take you serious.
That's why I feel like people don't want to work with me when it comes to that because, if you're going to talk about you want to work with me, you first of all, come up with my money. You know what I'm saying? Before we record the song, come up with the money. People that want to collaborate with me stepped out because they don't got $250 to give me.
Well, then.
Because that's my price to do a verse. Oh, why are you charging that much? You're not even popping. Have you seen my stats? You should be happy that's all I charge because there's people who are not popping be charging $1,000. Okay. So what I get, what I put to the table with my shit is not even that bad. I don't think I'm the shit at all. People perceive that about me because sometimes I can come off like a little, but I'm confident. Don't confuse that. You know what I'm saying? Because people probably think like when I walk around the way I do, they think, oh, she thinks she the shit. I'm not. I know my position in this fucking industry. There's people with higher stats than mine. I don't sit there and hate on them and do all that extra shit. I don't need to do that. I don't care about what the fuck they got. They worked the asses off to get there. Good for them. I'm worried about me. I'm not worried about the next fucking person. You got higher stats than me, good for you. Don't throw it in my face and walk around thinking you're better than me because people vouching for you because you got music they like. That's their business. And I got music that people like. And your point? We're both trying to make it like the next fucking person. You feel me? So that's I have like a minor issue with that because I've met artists who I would think they're nice, but low key they're fucking cocky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. That turns me off. And they walk around looking at you like you're a peasant. Oh, you gotta earn this right here to talk to me. Who the fuck you think you are?
Facts.
If you can eat, sleep, shit, and die like me, don't walk around like that.
And then half the motherfuckers, their music is ass. I'm sorry.
If y'all ain't got a gold or platinum plaque on your motherfucking wall, humble yourself. Humble yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you're still in the SWATs, the projects, don't come to me with that cocky shit. Because I'm gonna read you. I'm gonna read you severely.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when people think like, because they met a couple executives and big people. Yeah. That's nice. Good for you. Oh, you a hater. How? Oh, because you want to be in my position. I got my own fucking position.
Mm-hmm.
I know my place. You got there before me because you work. Good for you. I could get there too. Just maybe for others, for me or for other people, just take a little bit more time.
Girl, it's like that. It's always fucking like that. People act like they shit don't stick. And I think I found the video too. Wait, I found the video performing. Wait, I love it. This is a video that I want to show everybody how you took the stage with this song. It's the very first time I saw her performance. Face to face.
No, you about to take it there. Okay.
Yes. I love this. Yes. I love it.
I wrote this song for a reason, so black men growing up in poverty, fighting with the drug and receiving robberies. They was like a chance to make a lot of bread, but on that life was survival. Again, on every block, even hope for the thunder. Give it the city of the money and the thunder. Back there, I lost myself for the sensation of the years, so we should cash it back to make a living. On the back of the chance that I'm supposed to be the church. I can't make it up. Now I'm sleeping. On the issue that head,
Hold on.
It's glitchy. I saw that. It looks glitchy.
Yeah. Because the quality, I have to change the quality.
I'm ready for more. 10 songs, speaking of praise, I was singing white people. When I think I was another blue star people. Spitting real, y'all can never have to say so.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. It's because we need to mute.
Yeah.
I'm going through a tough time right now. There's a lot going on in the world, and I wrote this song for a reason, so there it goes. Bang, gun music to your ears. External toughness and eternal fears. Mechanical taps from the plastic crisp. On how here to the ridiculous shit. Black men living growing up in poverty. Fighting with the drug and receiving robberies. They were selling bags to make a lot of bread, but on that life was survival. Again, on every block, even hope for the thunder. Give another 50 for the money in the Buddha. Not to get on the possibilities of getting paid. A scary situation that could make a lose their way. What about the kids that's supposed to be the future? Making it kidnapped by evil ass losers. Time to get up, not sleeping anymore. On the issues that head, cause I'm just hardcore. I'm ready for war. 10 toes, nigga, I'm hard to the floor. Trying to do all the danger. I want to keep it gangsta. I get up the pain, I'm ready for war. 10 toes, nigga, yeah. Speaking of race, I've been seeing white people. When I think I really got the blues not equal. Spitting real facts, y'all will never have the favor. Rather put your names in the book, you know. It's about the evidence, they're better than us. We came here first and influenced you. Hush, the purpose is from the way some people in the other. You better listen. Cause these folks are real trying to take the sword out. Donald Trump, the reason why they didn't put the top. KKK is written on the Hall of Shame. And killing anybody with a fucking disgrace. Melanated kings and queens, fight for your dream. Be what you wanna be, living that dream. Time to get broke, not sleeping anymore. You wanna know why? Because life is hardcore. I get up a game, I'm ready for war. 10 toes, nigga, I'm hard to the floor. I get up a game, I'm ready for war. 10 toes, nigga, we hard to the floor. I get up a game, I'm ready for war. 10 toes, nigga, I'm hard to the floor. I get up a game, I'm ready for war. 10 toes, nigga, we hard to the floor.
That is my fave. Like you was like,
Yeah, that's when you first met me. Yeah, I messed up a little bit, but I don't know. It happens with artists. You know, sometimes when you like, you know, in a moment, you know what I'm saying? You just, it happens. You mess up. So the fact that I still kept going, because I'm learning as a performer too, even if you mess up sometimes, don't get too distracted. If you have to make up some words, do that. I watched Beyonce. You saw my Beyonce moment, right?
I was like, I was like, she's doing it. That was my favorite part when I saw you perform. You were shaking your hair all crazy. I was like, yeah, get it.
I'm like,
Oh my God.
yeah, like because you know, because I don't have backup dancers or nothing, which I want to do. I want to upgrade my performance, my performance as well, live performances. I want to have backup dancers one day because I want to do like a boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? I want to do choreography. You know, I always want to do that, but not like some skinny girl shit, but like pop a two-step a little bit and then perform, and then they give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ow, you know something. Because I want to showcase that I'm upgrading.
He said you could be your backup dancer.
Shit. I need him.
I can't with him.
So you could do that for me? Let me be a backup dancer on you and Young Jay.
You heard? Babe, she said if you could do that for her, she wants to be a backup dancer for you and Young Jay.
I would do it, deadass. I would, boom, bam. These hoes got me feeling bombarded. Boom, boom, bam. I got y'all. I swear. I got y'all.
For real. Yeah, I'm trying to look into that too because I can move, but shit, it's kind of, what I want to do is invest in a lot of things. I want to invest in a portable mic, the ones with that headset. And then I want to, so I can actually dance, because it's kind of hard to dance with the fucking microphone in your hand.
Oh, the headsets from the 2000s? Yes. I want that too.
Yes, they
I would so good with my shit. I would love to. I wish they had that. And
they have it on Amazon. They have it. They have like a whole fucking set. And it's actual, it's performance quality ready too. I'm gonna invest in that. Yeah, girl, they have all that shit. I'm gonna get that and then the regular ones because I still think about, the whole COVID situation. I'm not saying everybody has cooties, but I'm just trying to make sure, I'm good. So Yeah, I want to get stuff like that. Then I want to do the dancing thing too because I know they're gonna probably want money from it, obviously. So it doesn't bother me to pay for dancers. It's just that I want to make sure they're gonna actually fucking play their part and do what they gotta do. That's another thing because I can't be all over the fucking place.
Yeah, like just do two steps with your arms.
Yeah,
Boom,
like
bam,
as you see,
boom, bam,
I do
boom, bam.
little dances, like little. I move a little bit. I don't move too much, but I move somewhat,
Yeah.
so I won't get out of breath because I'll be getting out of breath sometimes. I'll be like, hold up. Whew. Yeah, but I love all your performances. I wanted to bring that up because that's actually was my first time seeing you perform. It was my favorite part because I'm like, yo, she did the foot.
Yeah, everybody somehow like me doing the foot. And you know what's funny? You didn't know this, but Elvo did the same thing too.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, because I saw one of his live performances with his little girlfriend, and he did the kick. But see, hold on though, he did it with the hunchback.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
he hunched his back and kicked. Like it wasn't even like mine, and he did it his way. He did the hunchback and the kick.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know how you mess with an old white man with a long ass nose, and you try to grab something from him, and then he got try to kick you. That's how he did it, like that.
I just pictured that too.
Like that. I was like, damn. If you're gonna execute the kick, do it better than me at least, or somewhat the same way as me.
Wow, for real.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay. I was laughing at it. I didn't think it personal.
What is the best advice you have been given?
In general, I'm always getting told, don't listen to what people think. Keep going. There's gonna be people that's gonna try to like get in your way, you know, try to, fuck with you in different areas because they just don't like you or don't like how you're rising in success and all that. And so basically it's all about mostly haters because like I said before, I have a tough time, with people trying to come for me. So I'm always getting told, when moments like when I lose myself or have a problem with somebody at the moment, you or anybody that I know would be like, girl, don't even worry about that. Don't pay attention to none of that. Don't listen to none of that. They just want to get you in the same place they in because they don't want to see you win. And the person we talked about is a perfect example of that. He's not winning like that. He think he is. He just had to boost up his ego because you know that's just the best way he know how to express himself. You know what I'm saying? So when people see us, and everybody we know winning, it bothers people like that. You know what I'm saying? Our song, like I said, 80 radio plays. The numbers is going up consistently. Our video, you know what I'm saying? It's just doing well. It's just doing well. Like the fact that me and you got together, Queen, once again, I have to thank you. I thank you for doing this song with me because, like, I never thought this song would come out in the light of day. And the fact that we had an opportunity now to come together and resolve our differences, despite what people were trying to do to us, you know what I'm saying? We made it happen. I've never thought I would ever do a female collaboration. I always wanted that. I told lyrics all the time. I want this song to blow up. I want this song to come out, and I want people to see like, look at finally two female artists, two people as women could come together and whatever happened, if they don't know, they don't know. But I'm not going to get into none of their business. But the fact that we just came back together and just did the song and executed it and it's doing well, that's just beautiful to me. I love that. And then we could have a sisterly bonding. That's beautiful. Like with you, with Vero. You know what I mean? I want that. And I met one of your artists, not met them, but they follow me. Champagne, she's a nice person. Like she showed love to my stuff. Like, and I show love back to her. Stuff like that. makes me happy. We don't have to be best friends to do that. The fact that she said, "Girl, I see you. Girl, you beautiful. Girl," I'm like, "Girl, you too. Girl, look, yes, more of that, please. More of that, please." I'm not all about. I'm trying not to be all about that bickering and petty fighting with females. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like we all trying to make it somewhere, you know.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like that because the men. No offense to the men, they already fucking in that stage where they're fighting and arguing about bullshit. When we as women need to set a good example when it comes to that. There should not be no animosity. There should not be no competition. There should not be no, oh, I'm better than you. They should, because we're all here in the same fucking grind. We have dealt with different situations. That's understandable. But in terms of wanting to be accepted, whether you big or you're skinny or you have a disability or shit like that. Shit like that, we already struggling to be accepted. So that's already hard already on us. Why make it harder when it comes to expressing yourself in music or anything in the business? We need to support each other. There should not be you know what I'm saying? Like, and we seen a lot of those. Like what's the fucking face for? What's the motherfucking face for? It shouldn't even be like that. I fuck with you, like with your music. It shouldn't even be that way. It should be equal. But it's unfortunate that it's like that. And I'm really happy that we did that song. I was really fucking excited.
I was too. Yeah, I remember our studio session and I saw you posted it up on Facebook. Yo, I was like, I knew it. I never thought you had that video, but you posted it up. I was like, okay, all right, like I see you, and I heard my backgrounds and everything. Because like recording that song, like just my first time with you in the studio, it was hella fun. It was seriously fun. So you know what I mean? And lyrics was there to witness it. It was just beautiful. Even though at the time the audio engineer didn't know how to do it properly the way we wanted it. But then when we brought it to Nick and he did what he did with it, bitch, when I say you replayed, you was that replay was serious.
Yeah, I was fucking
serious.
Woo!
I'm
about to play our video too because it needs to be. I'm about to play our video too. Yes, I'm about to play our video because it was really an honor to do that song with you, and it's because I always admired you. Despite the bullshit that people put us through, I always was curious about who you was when Real started working with you and stuff like that. And I was like, ooh. I was like, if Real's working with her, that means she must be good. Because he
said something like that too. He said something like that too. Because one of my performances from 2019, when I did the old version of Hardcore, he was like, I need this one.
Yeah, because he doesn't work with just any female artist. He doesn't play that shit. So when he brung you up, he was like, yeah, this is Eimaj, she's a new artist. And I'm like, at first he wasn't managing you first. And then I was like, and I kept nagging him, are you managing her? Because I was like, are you managing her? And he's like, no, not yet. I'm getting a feel for her. And I'm like, and I kept asking it, and this dude was getting mad because I kept asking that. I'm like, I want to know, because if you're managing her, then I could talk to you, about how can I get to know her, so
you want to know that story before you play the video. You want to know that story?
Yeah, what happened? Tell me.
What's funny about that story was like when I started being up under him, he honestly didn't want that. He didn't want that. Because when we was leaving the studio session after we did Infidels, I followed this man around, not in like a stalking type of way, but like he made me feel so like good as a person, and we have similarities that I just liked his aura, his fucking presence, and it just captivated me to be like near him in a sense of like I could see myself us building a musical a friendship, you know what I mean, a bonding, and he picked it up, but he didn't know me like that, so his aura is very strong. He could show you whether he like you or not, and he was showing me like, bitch, do you have a home to go to? It was very much that. Do you have a home you have to go to? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna take this train. I was like, yeah, I can too. You know, yeah. His mom was like, bitch, I'm gonna go on my own, and my body was like, nope. I like you. Nope. And I don't do that with everybody. And I told him this too. I don't do that with everybody. And then like after like he saw like who I was, the managing thing, it happened naturally on its own. In like the middle of 2020, no, around like before Hardcore Remix came out, like between Hardcore and Hardcore Remix, that's when he told people I was his artist and I called him my manager and stuff like that. It naturally happened on its own. Because we had a strong chemistry, because we had the same taste. You know, even though we're from different generations, but we had the same taste of like versatility and we want to do different shit. We even talked about doing rock songs, if that's even possible. But yeah, oh yeah. So,
that's another fucking conversation because I'm trying to get into that too. So
I even wrote rock songs too.
Me too. We gotta talk later after this. Yes. They don't know what's coming from us. A lot of shit coming. I hope y'all
and
ready.
Country, because I've done country too, which is gonna be on the album. That's the only spiller I could give y'all. I did a country song, a country pop song.
I can't wait.
Oh Jesus!
I'm excited.
Okay. Everybody wants to know that song. Everybody, my mom, my friends, yo, lyrics, Vero. They was like, oh, what does that sound like? I'm like, you'll see.
Yeah. I'm really like trying to put it together because if you could, the way you did with the whole band thing and Vero G's radio show, and like I'm trying to put it all together. Like, wait, hold up.
I'm telling you, I always say in my interview, girl, I'm versatile. I don't play that shit. When you hear my album, you're gonna get different moods, emotions, genres, all that. I cannot stick to one thing. Aaliyah's third album taught me you can be black and be versatile.
Mm-hmm.
She still managed to get a #1 album in the fucking country, and it's the album of the millennium in the 2000s.
I love the fact who she was, let her rest in peace, because when I was younger and I was, developing and growing up and stuff like that, I had this insecurity in my weight because I was so skinny. So, and back then that wasn't it. Skinny wasn't even it. They were making fun of people saying, oh, girls that are skinny are on crack and shit like that. And it made my conscience be very like, I was defensive. But when she came out and, she's skinny, but she pulled the fucking shit off, like no boobs, you know what I'm saying? Like she had titties and shit, but my dude, like, come on now. She didn't have big ass boobs. She didn't have a big ass. None of that shit. Like these girls now getting fucking surgery and shit just to look good. She didn't have all that. She was herself. And when she was doing all that, when I first saw her, doing her thing, and it was like, wow. Like if she can do that, if she can be herself and pull it off, then I can. I had very low self-esteem back then because I was like, yo, I have to be a certain weight. I have to be this and that because that's the only way society will accept you. And then unfortunately, society is fucking like that. But now it's changing because you can be big and beautiful. You can be skinny and beautiful. And you could have a disability and beautiful and skinny or big, whatever. And I like the fact that she opened that door for us. She opened a door where we could be ourselves. And I love her for that. Let her rest in peace, and I'm happy that she gave me that opportunity. to be myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I was really subconscious towards all that. I really was. And that's why I love you a lot more, because things that you do, it pushed me to do. Remember I was telling you about the video? How the whole, with the beach and all that. I was like, wait a second. I want to do that too.
Yeah, because like since we're influenced by the same person, we could do a rock the boat inspiration type of thing, but like our way. It may not be a nice beach where we did it at, but we wanted to showcase like our influence, like because if you like put the video together, you think, oh, so that's how you did what y'all did. Okay, it may not be like how the video looking rock the boat, but y'all got the inspiration from that. Yeah, because like certain moves, yes, when you did your scene and your outfit, I was like, oh, this bitch took it there. I was like, oh, when I seen you, I didn't even know it was you until you tagged me. I was ready to, yo. And I looked at you, I'm like, oh shit, okay, Aaliyah influence, okay. You made me so happy that day. And when you were doing your scenes in Z1, shout out to Z1, seriously, for directing the video.
Yes.
When he was doing your scene, I was like, yo, Aaliyah is happy. She's watching you. She's watching you. Yeah. I wanted to say that to you because
I was trying not to smile so much because he was capturing me.
Yeah, because I was like, oh my God, I've never seen you in a curly wig. You actually look nice in that hairstyle. So the fact that like the outfit itself is not all the way rock the boat, but like certain moves you made with the outfit, it's like you kind of give a little bit of the essence when she was moving, how she was moving in Rock the Boat. So I was just like, you know what I mean? I was just like, wow.
I was like, wait till Eimaj see what I'm about to do. I was like, yo, wait till she see how I look. I was like, she gonna love it. I was like, this is gonna amp our whole video because I'm gonna put that into the video because we both inspired by her. And I was like, wait till she sees how I look, because I was telling my husband, I was like, yeah, because he liked the way I looked. He was like, oh, okay. I'm like, babe, she gonna love this. It's very summery, it's very party type, and on top of it, we love Aaliyah. So watch what I'm about to do. So when I saw you was doing the scenes, or you were going in the water, and I was like, yep, it's about to go down.
For real, because I'm going to be honest with you. Just like you had insecurities about, your weight, I do as well. Because for years, I've been plus size most of my life. So when people tear me down and call me all types of fats and uglies and, guys not liking me because of it and stuff like that, looking back at it now, I just learned not to let that kind of stuff get to me, even though it's not as bad as it used to be. But I wanted to showcase my own sex appeal in certain videos and songs that I do. You know what I'm saying? Like Aaliyah showcased that no matter how people perceive you and how they see you, always be your own individual person. Always be yourself. Fuck what everybody else have to say. And to this day, she is known as one of the sexiest people in the fucking world. So it was just like, if she can do it, and with Lizzo, Lizzo didn't pave the way for me, but however she's helping other plus size women. If they want to be in the industry, they could be just as sexy and as bad as they want to be. So I commend her for that. I'm really proud of her for doing that. So like with me, yeah, and like with me, when I was doing Blaze, I'm not gonna hold you, I was a little skeptical because I was consciously aware of like what kind of moves I want to make and how I want to come across, because like I don't want to be sloppy with it. Because I was worried about because how my weight is. Because I felt like, oh, sexy girls could kind of like do the most, and everybody goes, ooh. When a big girl do it, it go, why her stomach poking out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why her fat poking out? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? It's just, I hate the double standard stuff, and I just wish that would stop. Even though it's kind of slowing down. But when I did Blaze, I was like, I can't walk around with this small insecurity I have. I have to go all in. I have to go all in. Lyrics never knew about that. If I did tell him that, did I tell him that? I probably didn't. I don't remember. But when I did the scenes, and then like now watching it, I'm like, God damn. I'm like, do I have sex appeal? Damn.
That video, you did that. It's like it was like you brought the 90s into the newbies. Get what I'm saying? Like you did that. Like I love the fact you did that. I love that song. I told you that. Like I don't know how many times I was gonna tell you, but I love that fucking song. And yeah, and my daughters love you. They love your music,
I love
especially
the girl.
they love our song because they always sing. They're always rapping to your part.
Yeah, she rapped it in front of me. Your oldest daughter. Yeah.
They love your music, and you are a good influence on them. I can see that because the way you handle songs and how you present them, especially that Blaze, it's a classy sexy. And I like that. That's the type of music I like to get myself in tune too. Like the classy, like that's why when you hear my lyrics in my songs, you don't hear much of cursing or saying all kinds of shit because I try to make it like I want you to want more. Like I play with it metaphorically. And that's what you do. And I noticed that and I like it. I love the way you do that. I'm like, yes, that's my bitch.
I love you for that.
I'm like, go ahead. Tell them you want it, but this is how you want it. But see, you didn't get crazy with it. So it's like your song is already radio play. Your song is already radio play. It's not like you cursed it and none of that shit. You made it. You went to the point, but at the same time, you made people wonder. You know, like, oh shit, does she got another song? Does she got another song like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's a good thing. I love that song. The way you did that, commend you, and I'm glad you're getting out of your shell. You know, I want you to get out of your shell more. I'm glad you're doing that. Get out of your shell, show the sexy side of you. You know what I'm saying? And the whole video we did together, I'm so happy we did. I'm super happy, and I can't wait to do more music with you because I like females that are positive like you. And you're a hard worker, and I love working with hardworking women, especially like you. You're very hard business-like, and I love you for who you are because you're fun to be around with in the studio. We have so much fun, and I love it because when we did that song, I was like, you know what you could do? I want you to just amp the whole shit up. Do your vocals like you do. You know that.
Yeah.
I was like, go ahead. And I was so fucking hyped. I had to quiet myself because I didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, like I appreciate you for praising me like this. I really do. If you heard buzzing and stuff, my apologies. That was my best friend. But yeah, like I appreciate you for praising me. Thank you so much. Like to hear those kind words from you means a lot to me. From woman to woman, thank you for putting me on your fucking platform. Like like the fact that you even came a long way from the beginning of your journey to now. And you're just doing it out here, girl. You're very consistent with your music. You always coming out with something. You wait for nobody. You don't care about a video not being made. You do things that works for you. And I feel more independent artists, mainstream too, should do stuff like that. So what if, there's gonna be a time where you may not have, a video out. When you ready to do it, you'll do it. And Jasmine Sullivan, thinking of now saying that, she does that. She releases a single, she wanna do a video, fine. She don't. Adele does that too. So which is like, but with me, I don't work that way because if I release a single, it has to be a video to that shit. I wait for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I follow the kind of the traditional way of doing things. I don't do like what people do now. Like just release a song, it's a hit, and then that's it. No, I got to do more than that. But yes, like I commend you, like for everything that you're doing. You're really a queen, seriously. And if people making fun of you and all that negative shit, fuck them. Fuck them. They don't know you like they say they do. They think they do. You got your circle that really fucks with you, loves you, and knows you for who you are. You feel me?
Yeah, I appreciate you always. It's been a long journey for me. Yeah, it's been a long fucking journey, and I'm trying to make it right because a lot of people nowadays ain't doing it right, and I'm trying to make it where us artists are serious artists like us that want to be heard, want to be known and taken serious. I want to make it better for us. I want to make it better for us. I want our visions of how we present ourselves in our music to come out. Even in this platform itself, this was my idea for like 2 years. It's just I wanted to make sure that I went about it the right way, and invest in more, get ideas and stuff like that. So it's like I want to do that. I want to promote a lot of things, mental health. And this is something, it's free because support is supposed to be free. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, people put a price to the fucking shit. And it shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't. Because how do you expect people to want to take you serious?
That is true.
And when you support, you get the support back. That's how it is. And sadly to say, and I'm starting to realize that now, because usually I used to be supporting people regardless they support me. Now it's like, if you don't support me, I ain't supporting you either. So
yeah, because I feel the same way, because I made a rant about that too. I had to put up on my Facebook recently, if y'all don't like my shit, y'all getting the fuck off. If I make a new page, most of y'all is not gonna go on there. I don't care if they don't care about it or they feel a way about it a little bit, a lot. I don't know. I don't care. Don't give me a friend request because I'm not gonna add you. If I recognize your face and I know you did not like my shit every time I post something up there, don't be surprised when I don't add you. I'm not here for the.
I have too much for you. And then I'll play the video, but it's true what you just said. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Protect your circle, your peace.
I have to. That's why I made a new page. That's why at the time you was like, who's this? Like you probably thought it was a scam. And it was like, nah, it's me. Because I had to write on there like, I'm mad at people that, like my stuff and all that. And I only got like a little bit over 10 friends on there. Like I had 2 friend requests that's on that page. I've not added them yet because they don't like my music. They don't like my pictures once in a blue, but like they don't actually consistently like my stuff. Yeah, so
I swear to God, I thought it was someone trying to I'm like, at first I thought it was who trying to play as you, and I'm like, yo, this mother
the day I find out that happens from that motherfucker,
girl.
I'll leave that alone. I hope that don't ever happen.
I hope not either, because I thought that I was like, yo, he doesn't give up. Shit. I was like, yo, because my husband was the one that told me about it. He was like, hey, Eimaj has another page. I'm like, he's like, isn't I on the other page? I'm like, wait, let me see. I was like, let me see that. And then that's when you hit me up like 5 minutes after that. I was like, who the fuck is fucking with my girl? Hold up. And then that's when he was like, no, it's me, Bossie. You see your request. I was like, oh, I'm about to say, because shit was about to pop off. I was ready.
Thank God you did. I'd have been like, oh, Bossie.
You would have got a long ass message talking about, listen, motherfucker, you trying to play as my homegirl? Now you going too far. I would have went in. Girl.
It's funny because that happened to me too.
Oh, wow.
Somebody made a page with me saying they're from another state and put mail in the bottom. I'm like, this is not me. What the fuck? I was mad. I was like, nah. I have to write people to tell them, do not add this person because they're trying to pretend to be me. And it said, I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
I was ready. I was like, hold up, babe. Let me hit up, because and that's when I was like, oh, okay, all right, you good. Yeah, I had to do that with my page too. Like, I kind of like separated my artist one with a personal one. So the one that I sent you with my last name and stuff, that's my personal one, because I try not to mix my personal with my career, because sometimes it gets distracting. I learned that it gets very distracting because you want people to focus on the main goal, which is your music. And then you start adding other shit. It's like, wait, they'll like that more than they will like the shit that you know what I'm saying? And I kind of noticed that too. They'll like the fucking family pictures and all kinds of shit that's irrelevant to what you're doing, to the music that you're trying to produce. And it's sad. And it's sad.
And it's funny because I deleted a few family members from my personal page.
Wow.
But when I'm always on, I deleted a few of them. I don't care if they don't care. You don't like my shit because it doesn't favor you. It doesn't interest you. Fine. But you're not gonna be on my page and to show you a favorite, you favoring other family members. Get the fuck off. My method was like, you got to go.
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my time on wanting to make amends with motherfuckers who don't have no interest or like trying to talk to me. Like, family, not family. Like, you could get this work. You could get told off like a fucking stranger in the street.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna treat me as if like I'm a whole fucking stranger and I'm not family to you. Let's treat each other that way. Because if you get to my bad side, you are not gonna like it.
And it's always your family that do you dirty too. But we ain't gonna get into that conversation.
We're gonna have to leave that alone.
Anyways, yeah. So let me get you 2 questions. The 2 questions I'm gonna ask you: if you could change anything about the industry, what would it be?
Stop the colorism. Stop the racism. Stop the ignorance. You know, with just everything and everybody, disabled to LGBT to, you know, how the way people look and act, and you know what I'm saying? Let somebody be themselves. You know what I'm saying? And if they make them, you know what I mean? Just let them be themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they're talented, really vouch for them. If they're not talented, get them the fuck out. Get them the fuck off. Get them the fuck out. Don't keep them there. Stop giving them auto-tune, please. And Melodyne. Like, stop it. Stop, please. Like, if you feel like somebody has potential, help them to get better with that. Don't chew them. Don't pick them, chew them, and spit them out. That's why sometimes I don't like these labels and the way they do certain things to certain artists. It just be like, what's wrong with you? Like, why do you do that? That's why I get skeptical, like, about signing to a major label, because I'm like, the freedom that I have now, I may not have with a major label. I'm nervous for that. I want to be accepted as I come, and get popping for being myself. Or like, if you're gonna help me out with my brand, like, you know, make sure it would fit me. You know what I'm saying? Don't go by what you see, your vision. Because if your vision ain't up to par of, you know what I mean, or what I like, I'm gonna say no. You get mad about it, that's on you. You want to take me out of the label because I'm not doing what you please? Okay, I'll take that. I'm doing music for the love of it, not to gain, you know, clout. Like I would love clout, yes, but I'm not gonna be like selling my soul and be money hungry about that. No, I'm not. No. I was not brought up to think that way. Because I told Lyrics, I think I told you, I told Vero, you know, like, even if I don't make it big, that's okay. Because this shit is not everything. It's not. I love music. Yes, it's a part of my life, but it's not gonna pay the bills. It's not gonna financially, you know, cling on to me forever unless I really want it that bad for it to happen. But you know what I'm saying? I want to live my life like any other regular human being. You know what I mean? So I just wish I wish people just stop the judgment, stop the ignorance, just stop it. Look at them for their talent. And if they don't have it, give them the fucking boot. That's it. And if they got potential, help them. That's it. I hate all these stereotypes. That's another thing too. You gotta look like this to be this. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why I can't set a different representation? And speaking of party vibe, let me tell you how I feel like that's an example that needs to be made with that. Your disability, I'm plus size. When they see us come together, you know, people watching that will get fucking happy. and see that we're representing a generation of people that are like us, and we're Latina on top of that. Do you know how fucking beautiful that is, Bossy? I want to get emotional. I'm about to get emotional. Emma, I hope I'm not. But like just looking at the video and lyrics telling me all the time he loves looking at the video and Z was proud of it and just like seeing two women get together and every like, yo, we're Latina plus size and a disability. They people see that and go, oh my God, they can do it, so can I. You get emotional, babe? Oh, oh, mommy. Oh, I want to hug you so bad. You okay? I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Oh, there you go. I don't mute. That's the point of me doing all this. That's the point of me doing all this. This is a reason why I'm pushing myself, because there's a lot out there, people that have disabilities and people that suffer from weight, all that. All that. It's an issue for me because I have cousins that are big too. They're chunky. I call it chunky. I don't call it fat. I don't call it that. I call it chunky. I call it thick. That's what I call it. They have that, and I have cousins that have disability too. I have friends that I used to be friends with a long time. They have disabilities, and sometimes it's hard to bring up these subjects, these conversations, because they feel bad about themselves, and I don't want them to feel bad about themselves. I want them to be able to be like me and you in terms of pushing ourselves, keep our head up high, never put your head down, because my grandmother used to say that to me all the time. Put your head high, always, always keep your head up, never look down, because nobody is beneath you and nobody's above you. Yep.
Your
So
grandmother is very wise.
when you said that, it got me emotional because that's the goal that I am trying to achieve. I want other people to be able to speak for themselves. I want somebody to be able to, like, you know, there's a scar on my face, but it's okay. I'm still beautiful. I'm still beautiful. Dude, you freaking worry about the dumbest shit. Worry about the principle of being yourself. You know what I'm saying? I want people to be able to speak for themselves. I want them to have a voice in themselves. I want them to be able to not be shut. Don't vent yourself no more. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be able to have that. I want them to look at us, two women getting together, who's pushing. If we can do it, they can do it. That's what I want to do. This is my goal. I want to have for that. I wanted to, so much things. I have so many ideas. I want to change the industry. And I want it to be in a better way where women like us, or men, whatever, that we can do the same things as everybody else that's actually in the industry. We don't have to be a certain way. You know what I'm saying? We could be ourselves. And it's like, it's hard. It's really fucking hard. And I see that a lot. I see it a lot. It's really hard. And I want to be able to push that. I want to be able to show that if I can do it, you can do it. Now it's time to make a stand. It's time to make a movement that enough is enough. We're here. And we're not going nowhere. Whether anybody likes it or not. And to me, stuff like that is like a form of bullying, because people bully other people. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't even be that way. The mindset and how they present things it's really disgusting to me. Like, I feel like they really need to stop their bullshit, because you're not better than nobody. and I'm not trying to proceed, and you're not trying to proceed and make it sound like we've vetted anybody. It's just the principle of the situation. The principle in the fact of the whole situation is that people are so blindsided by all the bullshit that social media is doing. Like, oh, well, you gotta look this way, you gotta look that way. The attention is on this, and the attention is on that. Well, you know what? Fuck all that. You're too busy worried about that, but then when it comes to that and it happening, they forget that the personality has to come with it. The work ethics has to come with it. So it's like the consistency of what you're looking for in that person has to come with it. Because all that other shit's gonna fade away when you get older. Your fucking boobs are gonna fucking hang like crazy. Your chest, your fucking ass is gonna look like a fucking Raisin Bran when you get in your 60s. All right, unless you're trying to keep up with that, you're gonna.
Yes, I ate Raisin Bran this morning. Hold on. Hold on.
So it's like all these cosmetics is like fading people's brain cells to be a certain way. But then they know that all is gonna fucking fade away when you're about 100 years old. Like, okay, so what else do you have to offer? When you don't have other shit to offer when it comes to consistency and so forth, you know, and credentials, you're nothing. You're nobody. I'm sorry. That's the fucking bottom line. Because if you can't answer a fucking question in terms of interviews or any type of showcases or any shit like that, and then labels and all that, you're useless. You're useless. You're just a walking fucking cosmetic. That's all you fucking are. You're just a walking cosmetic. That's what you are. If you don't have it to match, then I'm sorry to break it to you. You're not going to move anywhere. You're just going to stay on your ass and just look pretty. And that gets boring after a while. You know, nobody wants to see, like, they see that shit every fucking day in magazines and so forth. Nobody wants to see, no, I'm sorry to break it to you. That's the way life is. And I want this to be a movement where they can push themselves and they can speak for themselves and don't have to be scared to say anything. Because I get it. Because sometimes, you know, when you say things, they could put a price to it. But at the same time, even if you don't say nothing, it puts a price to it. So whether you do or you don't, you screwed anyway. So it's like, it's even with haters. Whether you do good or bad, they still not gonna like you.
Huh.
So this platform that's what I'm doing. The movements that I'm moving, the way I'm doing it is because I want to change shit. I want to be able to give somebody that opportunity, like I was presented with an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And I give those the flowers that actually helped me in that long run. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy I met them. I'm happy, you know, even lessons that I need to learn in terms of management and stuff like that. I had my lessons on dealing with other managers that were shitheads and shit. You know, these are lessons I learned on how to dealing with artists and on the management industry and stuff like that. I learned a lot of shit. I learned a lot of motherfucking shit, and it's okay. And it's okay that if I went, it was hard for me, but I did it, you know. And I want someone to be able to say, you know what, I did it. I did it, even though it was a struggle, but I did it. I did it, and me and you are a good example for that, and especially that video. Because same way you thought about it, that's how I felt too. Which that's why I was tearing, because I felt the same way. I felt the same way as you did. And I'm happy we did that video. And I can't wait to do more stuff with you. And I want you and Real to be part of a lot of things that I'm about to do as well. You know, because y'all are good examples, you know. Jack Light, shout out to Jack Light, you know, J Rose and them. I want y'all to be able to do what you do. And the way you guys do it is not the wrong way, it's the right way. And I feel like people could look up to y'all. I really feel that way. And y'all paying the wave of people that feel that subconsciousness in terms of their self-esteem and so forth. With, age is nothing but a number. Doesn't matter if you're big or small, disability or not. You still can push your dreams. See?
You better speak. You better.
Push your dreams. You still can push your dreams. Just always remember, and it's okay to use your voice. See, my dog's speaking her dreams.
And I think that's why I wanted to say too, and that's why the industry will overlook people like you or lyrics or Vero G, because either we're overweight or speech impediment or the way certain body parts are structured, whatever it is. It's just we don't care about none of that. We do what we love for a reason. We grind hard for a reason to make a statement, make a a waiver for us to say we're here and we're not going anywhere. We don't give a fuck what you don't like about us. We don't care. We love to do music because it makes us happy. It's a part of our life. You like it, cool. You don't, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get tired of the stereotypes in the if you're too light, you be treated better than a dark skin. If you're too fat, you get treated worse than the skinny. I'm tired of that. It's just annoying. I'm tired of that. So again, like I said, I'm so happy. I think we repeated this like the third or fourth time, but so what? Who cares? I'm very happy that I got to do that video with you to showcase that women that are like us could show representation. That's very important. Representation. You could be Latina, plus size, whatever, and you could come together, do a bomb ass song, and that shit is a hit in 1, 2, 3. It hit number one. The song hit number one in 2 Spotify charts.
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know what is.
I saw that too.
I don't know what is. That's why I told you, Queen, get that song submitted, the video submitted to All Star Music Awards, and they better touch that song. They better touch that song because that song is doing what it needs to do.
Exactly. I'm about to play that shit. But one more question, and then I'm about to play that song.
I know that's right.
I love that song. Okay. What is next for you?
I want to make sure that my debut album, Life is Done. Like I said, it's 80% done. I want to make sure my vocals, beats, whatever that needs to be done for the album is clipped because I'm hoping for a 3rd or 4th quarter release. I have a 3rd single planned. I don't have a release date at the moment, but I'll let everyone know when it's that time for it to come out. It's probably going to come out either before or after the album. A little bit before or after the album. We'll see what happens, but I can't tell y'all the name of the single, but this song stood out. I'll just say this song stands out to me because of the shit I've been going through this year. So it's a banger. I'll just give y'all that. And you, of course, Queen. So when you hear that song, you be like,
yeah, I'm already thinking like, what is it gonna sound like? I know that shit gonna be, woo!
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've gone so far to the point where I thought of the visual concept. So I'm trying to make sure everything I want to do goes intact. So I spoke to lyrics about it already. Zero doesn't know about it yet, but yeah, that's all I could give you for right now. For the people watching and you for right now. What else is next for me? I want to do more live performances. After the album comes out, I want to do live performances. I want to try to go crazy with that because people don't know who I am like that live. So I really want to showcase that. I want to do more collaborations. most definitely with you, Vero, Lyrics, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Anonymous. Because that song got me feeling bombarded. It did. I really like that song. That's a banger. My habit.
Yeah,
It's a radio ready
I had to
song.
see him. I don't know if you've seen him perform it, but when he performed it, I was hyped. I was trying to compose myself because I'm like recording, and you can't be like yelling and screaming. And I'm like, and I see him he's bringing his Latino side out of him. He's dancing and shit. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, y'all was in Queens. Y'all was in Queens. Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, what?
You was like one of them groupies. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Anon, come to me, Anon.
I was like, yo, let me chill out. Let me calm down. I was like, let me chill. Professional, be professional.
Yeah, girl. I can't wait for the Super Party Vibe on the 19th.
That's tomorrow.
And I'm performing Blaze too. I can't wait for that.
Oh my God, I can't wait for that too.
Oh my God, I gotta find an outfit to wear. Oh my goodness, I don't even. Oh, I have to find out. I have to find what I'm gonna wear.
Yeah. We're gonna post a flyer. I'm actually post a flyer, and so if y'all want to come see us, I'll post information and stuff, and then we're gonna perform Party Vibes live. So you need to not miss that because that's epic. 2 females on the mic. Yes, and it's not studio mic. It's actually live performance. I can't wait. I'm about to play our video right now. If y'all didn't know, newbies and stuff, I'm about to play it. You both of us. So
this is Bossie Vee, and our song is called Party Vibe.
Woo woo! Let's get it. Here we go. I'm about to play it right now. Shut up. My dogs are crazy.
looking so fresh and clean. Everybody in my face, they respect the queen. Turn it up in this mother, I can do it like no other. I'm about to get a bottle, full throttle, Henny lover. I wang the waist, all the niggas wanna taste like it's a race, trying to win in first place. Hot, lock, and drop it, can you handle it, Poppy? Body, yaddy, yaddy, BBW, a hottie. Forget about the drama that you had back then. Always love a hater, they're your number one fan. Kick him to the curb, we initiate the fights. We ain't about that, tryna party all night. Me and the boss, looking fresh to death. We pretty and we're light skin, lose your breath. DJ, turn it up, we about to show out. Bossie Vee and E-Boogie, no doubt.
Party tonight, baby. Party tonight, baby. Come on now. Party tonight, baby. Party tonight, baby.
That right there. I love when you do that.
I know you tell me all the time. Yes, I love because it's crazy because when I did that part, it was out of nowhere. I know that when I do it out of nowhere, people be like, wait, do that again. This is the second time it happened because when I did Sinners with him, I was like, you're a sinner. He was like, wait. I like that. So that's what it reminded me of when you did when I did that, oh baby. You was like, wait, keep that. Put that in there. In there. Because I wanted to make it more like you know, I wanted to make the chorus at least a little bit more lively.
Uh-huh.
So you don't want to keep saying party tonight, baby, and then keeping it like that. You want to put like some like build up a little bit.
Yes, like
so now every time I think
to be known as both our songs. It's not just a feature, none of that. It's no feature. It's me and Eimaj's song. That's what I wanted them to see. Two women coming together in a whole song. And the way you amped it up like that, I was like, yes.
That's why you kept replaying it in the studio because it was the ad libs, baby, oh baby. I love doing that because it gives you like the nostalgic feel a little bit of the 2000s. That's how I see it.
Yes. The other fact that you did that, like you amped it the whole hook up and everything. I loved it. I was like, get it, girl, yes. And I was like, let me shut up because they're gonna probably like take that into the mic. and Red was laughing at me because I was like, yes.
You know, it'd be so interesting if we perform this at the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Oh, bitch. God, what?
If we could do that,
yo,
I hope people would like it.
Yes. Oh my god. I gotta talk to somebody. I'm gonna see.
Please do.
We need
Please
to.
do.
We need to.
I hope, because if we do that, that's it.
It's over. It's fucking over.
That's the fuck that on that. Lyrics is gonna be like,
Yep.
Because it is not. Because too bad I can't speak Spanish because of my damn father. But like the beat and like the aura of it is very, coming from
it's like
Caribbean
vibe. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I love it, and that's why I want to do more shit like that with you. I actually want to do more stuff like that with you because I feel like we fit that, like to hype someone up when they're in a bad mood and shit. Like I can see us doing shit like that together. Like, oh my god. Yes, I can see that. Like I'm like thinking so we're gonna talk later. Yes. Oh my god, it's been such a pleasure to have you here. I adore you, and you're welcome to come back anytime to come and chill and just listen to different artists and give your feedback and your and stuff like that for them, because I know you're good. You're really good at that, and I feel like you're a good inspiration. That type of artist that can put someone in that position where they could be okay with themselves, and we need that a lot. We need that type of support, and I feel like you're already in that stage where you went from 2017 to now, like you already been through your trials and tribulations, and now it's time for you to give it back to those who need it. You know,
Queen, thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor to speak with you as always, personal on your platform, which is wherever we are. Like you're really a sweetheart. You've been genuine to me. Like you're just a good person overall. And I thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for playing my songs. Just you do what you do out here. You're doing it well. I'm very proud of you. Thank you again.
you did well. Yes, please follow Eimaj. Her IG is MIMAJ Music. It's all on the screen. Please follow her. Also, if you need any type of business when it comes to her, she prefers, and then quote me if I'm wrong, she prefers for you to hit up her manager, because that way it could be done properly. She's a
Yeah.
real business lady. So do not bullshit her, because she will know who you are. She will sniff that shit out.
Damn, okay, you got me to the T. All right. Yeah.
So
Hey.
be on your A game when it comes to her shit. And other than all, she's a loving person. I adore her. You're gonna adore her as much as I do. Please work with her, because she's willing to work. It doesn't hurt, you know? Before y'all motherfucking haters, guess what? We still here, bitches. Exactly. We still here. We still motherfucking here.
Is you mad or no? I'm so stupid.
I love you, girl. So
I
yeah,
love
voices
you
of an
too.
artist. Voices of an artist. I'm out. We see you later.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.
Bye. Mm-hmm.